I'm at Grace Church Road. I went to Waynesboro to bring this man down to this address, and now he's trying to force his way into a house. I'm afraid to move my vehicle. They're fighting in there.
It's inside the house now?
Yeah.
You have your doors locked?
It's open. I'm in a van.
You need to make yourself safe, okay? Even if you've got to drive away from there to get away from him and close that and lock that door. Do that for me now, please.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay. Hey, everyone.
Hey.
Thanks, everyone. Sorry we're late. My fault. I actually wasn't going to be doing the live tonight. My Siri wants to go off as I'm saying that. Yeah, I was not going to be doing this live tonight, and but I'm going to. You know what, Adam? You go ahead, actually, if you don't mind. Just.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to stay on long. I think everyone knows we're still kind of, mourning, the loss of Blaine, and it's not about us, but we feel helpless in this situation because we loved him so much, and that's sincere, and there's only so many emotions you can go through in a day. It's like, what do you do, I know for me personally, like, I work today, but then, when I come home, like, you have Steve there, and, you have Steve there, and I know he works and everything, but, it's like, I'm like, I kind of just like walk around my condo and like, I'm like, okay, I need to be around Sunny because at least it's someone that I know that loves, and Deb that loves Blaine, and, so I know I felt comforted after we did the live on, whatever night that was, Tuesday, whenever that was. I don't even know.
I know. I'm lost with my days too. I don't even. What is today? Wednesday?
Yeah. Was it yesterday? Yeah. Or Monday. It was Monday.
Monday. Yeah.
All right. So. What did you do today?
Me?
Yeah.
Cried a lot. That's why I didn't want to be here, but I'm just, you know what? I like to be truthful always and transparent. But if I said what I really wanted to say, I'm not going to. So what I'm going to say is, Andrew and Phoenix, if you're watching this live, thank you so much for being the good people that you are. We appreciate your love and support. Stefa, thank you for talking with me earlier. I love you, girl. We'll be strong always together. Metal Mama, thank you as well. Stephanie, thank you. Callie, we won't be dropping that link. I'll be dropping a different link. No, you know what? Let me start off by saying this. Blaine, we love you and we miss you. No one's ever going to take that away from us, regardless. You loved us. You didn't love those leeches at the bottom. You loved us. We loved you. And we will always be thankful and grateful for knowing you. It's not even to do with those bottom barrel leeches, but I'm going to say one thing. Wife Lilith, you took down your posting that you had for whatever reason, I don't know. But respect for you taking yours down. So I'm going to thank you for doing that. Whatever your reason is, it doesn't matter. Thank you for taking those down. Blaine, I want Blaine to fly his angel wings down here and kick those people in the butt, butt tenfold for those bottom dwellers. But we're not going to talk about them. But if he was here right now, he'd come kick your butt so hard.
Right. At the end of the day, I'm sunny now. At the end of the day, it's hurtful. We don't watch. I don't watch them, but I know that some of Blaine's family has seen them, and the people that have done them, they say they're not intending to hurt Blaine's family.
Oh,
but that's who they're hurting, because we're not watching them, because we're hurt enough. But you are hurting Blaine's family, and just know that your character speaks louder than any words that could ever come out of your mouth and could ever come out of our mouth, because we don't have to prove that we loved Blaine to anyone. Blaine knew it.
And as well, anyone that wants to take away from that addiction video that was done for Brianne Gabriel Ellis, and anyone that hasn't watched it and wants to judge, I suggest you go rewatch it again. Again, you're in control of your own actions and your own thoughts. We aren't in control of that. Lots of people reached out and said, even in the chat, even in the talk, about how Blaine was acting that night. Now, you see, Blaine and I talked, and prior to that live, Ashley, like Blaine had said, Ashley and him had been drinking. And although it goes against their probation rules, Ashley got, I don't want to say, she broke her probation, even though they truly both did. She got put in rehab for 30 days. I knew that, no, I didn't know actually. I talked to Blaine. I said, look, don't bullshit me. Have you been drinking again? He said, no, that his enzymes, and that's why he was in the hospital, he said that his enzymes were acting up. It was something to do with his liver.
Which can happen.
Yeah.
If after you suffered from addiction like that. Yeah.
And so he said he was stressed out. He was taking care of the kids. He had a lot going on. And I said, because it's not like you not to show up for a live. You always have kept your word, type of thing. So it wasn't like Blaine. I was rewatching some of that live back today. And like Adam said the other day, little did we know he was talking about himself. Me, Adam, and Deb, we've never had this addiction to drugs. I thought Blaine was drinking that night. People had messaged me behind the scenes saying, what's wrong with Blaine? That's why I said on the live, and you can go back to it at the 53-minute mark. I said, you okay, bud, or what you doing? Or how you doing? And he said, I'm just an open book. I got a lot of stuff going on. I thought it was, personally, he was tired. He's in construction. He was telling me how tired he was. He looked tired. He was exhausted. Plus, I thought he had had a few drinks, to be honest with you.
Same.
I didn't know because the conversation is that him and Ashley were drinking earlier. So I thought that it was a drinking issue. I don't do drugs. I don't do heroin. I don't do fentanyl. I don't do any of those drugs. Never have. And so I have no clue what that's supposed to look like. We were doing an addiction show. I felt actually bad because he looked so tired. And it looked like he'd probably had a few and stressed out. And yet people want to put out videos like they know what he had taken or what he was on. Well, I guess you would have to be a druggie yourself or know that in order to know what one looks like. But that's kind of being a little bit judgmental considering the toxicology report hasn't been back. So to those people, karma will come at you regardless. Right. You mean nothing to us. And Curly, you know exactly that I'm talking about you. You are disgusting and you are pathetic and you are low life.
He finds God.
Pardon?
For someone that may be a pastor,
for someone,
I
right.
hope he finds God because his behavior is not in any way representative of anything I've ever read in the Bible.
No.
Or learned from my study of Christianity.
Yeah. You know, to be honest with you, Adam, in the online communities, especially in Facebook groups, I've noticed that usually the people that are the worst are the ones that try to hide behind a Bible as well. And then there's the true people that actually follow the Bible, believe in the Bible, and, follow the ways of the Bible in a sense. I don't even know. I didn't go to church really, besides whatever. I just try to be a good person, good human being, right? That's why me, Adam, and Deb connected. That's why a lot of people in this chat have connected, because of our pure hearts, the ones that truly care about people. So I'm going to say this to Andrew and Phoenix if they're watching. When it comes to the memorial link for Blaine's service, for money to go directly to that, we will drop the link when we get that, because that will be for Blaine. I took down the mementos that I had made in honor, and I'm not going to say why, but greed, let me just put it that way, gets in the way of people, obviously. And so I took that down. So I have a bio link. And it's bio. I did that last night, Adam. Mm-hmm. And the bio, it takes you can be a Twitter follower, Facebook follower.
Yeah, it's just like that link tree thing I told you about once.
Yeah. That there has, if you want to make a donation directly on your message, you will say it's for the children for Christmas. I'm going to make sure that that money will not go to the one side of the family. It will go to Andrew's side. And I want Andrew to buy the kids each a nice gift from our donations and your guys' donations. So you can use the bio link to donate however you want. But when it comes to the funeral expenses, please, when we have the link for the funeral, it will be done that way. Tomorrow. And we will not be supporting in any other way besides doing a tribute video for Blaine, which of course means the most because money has no value in a sense. But obviously, for the sake of Blaine and out of respect for Andrew and Phoenix, and thank you guys for being who you are, and we will do it that way. We will make sure that 100% of what you send for the children will go for the children for Christmas.
Sonny, can I interject one thing?
Yeah.
And Ashley is not out of the facility she's in yet. So, I mean, she just found out about this on Monday. And she's still not home. So, if anything we're saying right now changes, I would say it will most likely be because of something that Ashley might say to us that she needs help with or something like that. Is that fair?
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to make sure that, our intentions are without question.
Pure. Always. Pure. Always. Anyone
and transparent. We'll show every
absolutely
of what the same as we will with the Abby and Libby line is, like we said all along.
Just like what you did too with I'm not gonna like I said, I'm just gonna put it this way. We will support two ways. You can donate and put it in the message. You can do it through Stripe. You can do it through PayPal. It doesn't matter. It's set up in the bio there. However you want to do it. It's for the children, 100%. You will get shown that can go to Andrew for the kids for Christmas, and he can purchase some gifts for them with that money. And as for Blaine, it will go directly only to the funeral place. Right. That's it.
Yes, because that's what it was for anyway. It was for the funeral expenses.
Hi, Jeff.
That's what the family has said all along, is they only want money for the funeral expenses. So we just want to make sure that goes directly to them, and we don't play any part in it except getting the link out there.
Yeah. You have to be pretty low. You have to be pretty low to make a mockery and be greedy. The vultures come out when it's over a death. Somebody had left a really good comment. I can't think of what it said the other day. And it's true. When people die, it's funny how things go. But you know what? No one's going to ever take away from Blaine and us and what we're going to do for Blaine and his children, because that's what matters most. Thank you, guys. Sadly, again, people want to, it just blows me away, honestly. It blows me away that this type of disgust has to happen. Blaine died, and channels want to trash that, right? Like I said, like Adam said, there's family out there that has to see these.
And they did, and they have seen some of them.
And it's sad.
So I do hope that you're proud of yourself if you did create a video like that and you laughed about it, because the children of someone that died and the family members of someone that died saw your videos and they didn't think it was about us. They were hurt. And not by us, by you.
Yeah. So it brought me, I was crying a lot today. The wicked ways of the evil of the world of people is what bugs me the most. I can handle those bottom dwellers, I can, but it's the disrespect for Blaine out of it all that is heartbreaking. Blaine, again, he'd be so disappointed if he saw.
I'm just sickened at the idea of, we all know one of the creators that, behind the scenes tried to really discredit things. I mean, to go to the grieving mother of someone that died less than 12 hours after their son died, and repeatedly and nonstop hounding the woman over his agenda is repulsive.
Yeah. Are you talking about Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah. Another disgusting.
I mean, can you imagine taking someone that's at the most vulnerable, lowest point in their probably life? I mean, I don't have children. I don't know what it would like to be to lose a child, but I can't imagine there's a feeling that would be worse in the world. And then to have someone out of the blue start filling your head with, that's just, ugh. There's a special place in hell for people that do things like that.
Absolutely. And absolutely.
I hope you find it someday, Michael.
Yeah. So I want to thank those people, and you guys know who you are, Metal. Go ahead. Go finish yours.
I was saying, and Michael, I'm still waiting for the Hamilton County Sheriff to call me, because I thought those charges were filed yesterday, and I've not gotten any calls from the Hamilton County Sheriff. But if you don't have the correct number, let me know, and I'll make sure that you get the correct number. That if Hamilton Sheriff needs to call me to arrest me, they can.
Yeah, and should we also correct Michael on the fact that he took something that wasn't even talked about for him, and he said that Deb was threatening him. Isn't that hilarious? That it wasn't even directed to him at all. And yet he took that part and made it about himself, as usual, to say that Deb was threatening him. That was the biggest joke. That was, again, take away from Blaine, Michael. You piece of shit. Take away from him.
I had several people ask me about that privately, and all I could think to say to them is, okay, if you had to pick, the three of us are in a channel together. If one of us were to make a threat against someone, who would be the least likely you think that would do it?
He's a moron. He's a moron.
And I was like, because I don't think it would be Deb.
Deb was upset that day because someone had said that Deb said that we were using Blaine. Deb was talking.
Deb loves Blaine.
Yeah. Deb was not talking to you, Michael. Get over yourself. Okay? Like, seriously, dude? I want Blaine to come down and rip like you a new one, to be honest with you.
I feel between he and that Curly, whatever his name is, I mean, like, if they could just combine their brain cells, they may have a low functioning IQ that could at least get them into, like, I don't know, some sort of like place that they could get some help, because they both did.
I mean, Andrew did
a little bit that, but they deserve it.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, I don't think Blaine would have a problem with us wishing that. Right, Andrew? I don't think so. Blaine likes a good laugh, like anybody. And I mean, honestly, um,
Right.
I
In
hope
all honesty, I pray for those people because I don't want anyone to be that miserable in their life that they live that way. It's
yeah.
gotta be repulsive and miserable to live that way. So I do pray for them.
And again, to wife Lilith, out of respect for Blaine, thank you for taking down that video. That had some class behind that, at least. I don't know what your reasons are. It doesn't matter. Mattered that you took it down.
Addiction is something that is important to this channel. I know that it's personally something that's important to Sunny. It's important to myself. It's important to Deb because it's something that touches every single family, I would say, in the world almost. I mean, I don't think there's anyone that can say they haven't been affected personally by someone that's had an addiction issue. And I was trying to find the videos that I think we've done 9 or 10 different episodes about addiction, and that is, I mean, and there's never been a motive behind that other than to spread awareness about this horrible disease that is ruining the lives of people all over the world, and no one deserves to go through it, and no one deserves for their family member to go through it. And we won't stop doing, shows about addiction and reaching out to people that we care about that have suffered from addiction. So.
We'll get into Delphi in a few minutes, Lewis. Yeah, there was something said about that. It's not true, though. People with addictions, hey, Meadow Mama, people with addictions need grace extended to them, not judgments. Yeah, I want to say this. Curly and Michael, how much money have you donated to the family? And what exactly have you guys done for the family, for them? I'd like to know. What special thing has your channels done for anybody? Oh, that's right. Nothing.
Right.
Because that's what you are, is nothing. Remember that.
You did for years target an addict and accuse her of basically murdering Karina.
And Flint Farmer.
And
Flint Farmer was part of all that too, that he said. So what have you guys done to make people's lives better? I would like to really know what you guys have honestly contributed. Nothing. All you do with Michael is ask for money. You don't try to help people. Curly, you're a joke, to be honest with you. I got nothing to say to you, dude, because you're a joke. I guess, I don't even know what to say about him. A joke. Why don't you take your miracle ball there, that little box that you talked to, and get some help with it instead of attacking dead people and apples. Yeah. Anyways.
I was joking, and because my way to cope with things, I joke about things sometimes. And I said, I was like, it's just kind of it's like yawn inducing. I was like, because if someone's going to attack us and come after me, can't they at least be intelligent enough to want to argue back or at least put out some interesting content? Because it's mediocre at best.
Yeah. And I don't want to forget. Yeah, I don't want to forget Stephanie and 1965. Use your own brain cells, please. So you literally came over from Curly's channel, so obviously you're up his butt as well. So Stephanie and 1965. I thank you for your comment, and you're welcome for the buck. You are bottom feeder. You are lower than life itself as well. Enjoy that as well. Stick with the trash because the trash does belong with the trash. And I think that's all we're going to say about them now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're good. We're good. Blaine, we love you. We will be doing a special tribute video for Blaine. I will have it ready for Sunday night. Again, if people want to donate, all you guys have to do is hit the exclamation mark bio. That will bring you, if you want to follow me on Twitter, follow our Facebook page.
I'm on Twitter.
Follow me on Instagram. Again, if you want to donate for the children, 100% will go to the children. We will get the link for the funeral service. And again, our extended thanks to the people that did reach out to me today, Steffa, Metal Mama, Stephanie. There's somebody I'm missing here that's bugging me. That's why.
Kelly.
Well, Kelly's not on my messenger. But Kelly always has a heart. There's
I'm
lots
just thankful to all the people, the 150 people right now that are in here that just care enough about us to.
Oh my goodness!
You know, to be here. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even look to see up you guys. I didn't even know how many people were in here. Again, I didn't really want to do the live today. Normally I dip back down, but you know what? I freaking sorry it's what got late. I really just wasn't ready to do the live, just because me and Adam, especially, Deb's been really busy lately. Me and Adam have been healing each other. I don't want to take away from Deb because she's been doing the soccer. She's been cooking. We haven't wanted to add any undue stress onto her.
This is sad.
But yes, but me and Adam, we have been waking up throughout the night and we're thinking about Blaine. I miss him so much. I literally left a message on his messenger again. I can't believe that every time I look at it that I can't message him. I just feel like he should still be here. Here we are doing, like I said, the addiction show. And, you know, obviously he was struggling more than what he said. Yeah. And it sadly cost him his life. And Brianne Gabriel Ellis, again, lost her life that night. That was the memorial video that we were doing that night.
And Paige Shirley had a very, very close friend die on the 8th of October.
Yeah.
To which, you know, we were talking about, you know, just the possibility of, I don't know anything about fentanyl and those sorts of things, but, you know, it seems, you know, she was saying that she definitely think, you know, there's definitely rumors of a bad batch of something going around the area. And I mean, so if anyone is watching this from the Peru, Kokomo, Indiana area, and you use, just be aware that there's, you know, that there is potentially a bad batch of whatever going around. And I don't know if that would stop you from using it, but but at least make you hesitate.
I was going to say, you know, like, I'm just amazed. And remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, of course. We are talking about Curly and Michael, and I'll throw in that Stephanie Ann 1965 chick too. You want to shout out too, don't you? I want to know why you guys didn't reach out through Messenger to help him. Why didn't you stop him that night? Why didn't you message him to tell him to get off that live? Why didn't you guys do nothing about it? Just keep casting your stones, your little fake stones, okay? And you'll get it back tenfold. I just want to know why you guys, if you guys are druggies yourself and you know what this is, why didn't you reach out to him personally through Messenger, just like I could have?
Right. And I'm not going to accuse them of being druggies, but I will accuse them of being.
Oh no.
They're addicted to being miserable, and I mean, any chance that they can get to inflict misery on other people is probably like a drug to them, and it's just. I mean, it's just heartbreaking and sad that your life is that.
Anyways,
that pointless.
Yeah. Okay. So, love you, Blaine. Again, tribute video. I'll do that for Sunday. And again, if you guys have donations, you guys can do it on that day as well, etc. For the kids only. For the donations, okay, you guys. The only thing, if you guys pull up the bio, go to the donation links either through the PayPal or through Stripe. That's for the children, 100%. That's as for the funeral, that will be when Andrew gives us the link for that, for the actual funeral.
Aussie, between Sunny and I, we have both actually talked to Paige every day since this has happened. And so don't worry, anyone that we have talked to that has struggled with addiction, I have personally reached out to more than once this week, just because I don't want to let that chance go by again.
Yep. Jessica has reached out. I've talked to Paige Turley a couple times, Jessica a couple of times. Again, we're here to help people.
Right.
And but everyone is in charge of their own lives.
Right. And if anyone is watching that does suffer from addiction or anything like that, and they ever are at a point when they feel like they're strong enough that they could help other people in their story, we are more than willing to provide a voice for that.
Yeah.
Or to help people that might need it.
And I know, I don't know.
Even if it's not public, it can be behind the scenes even.
All I kept thinking when I heard, because hold on, so just to give a correction here, Blaine passed in the attic of his mom's house. Is that correct?
He did. He passed away in the attic of his mom's house Sunday night. Yes. I'm not quite sure how long it had been since someone saw him. I don't think it had been that long.
I think this. I was told that the stepdad gave him CPR.
Yes. I've heard both that his daughter found him and that his mother found him. I heard the mother. I would assume that both could be true because they both live in the house. Yeah. I'm
pretty sure it was Andrew that said that his stepdad was giving him CPR, but unfortunately it was just too late. Yeah. It was just too late because that's all I was thinking about too was that Narcan. Is it Narcan or Narcan?
Narcan.
Yeah. That's all I was thinking about was, I miss the dude. I miss him so much.
And sadly, I've read articles about EMTs all across the country being in such short supply of Narcan that they can't keep it in stock. They have to use it so often. And, and that just shows what an epidemic this is. And, we're going to
do a lot more awareness videos on addictions. Get Jessica to come on and anyone else. If there's anyone, is there someone even watching right now that's going through the same thing or whatever, and you've struggled and you've changed your life around and you want to come on our live and share your story and talk about it, we would be more than happy to have you on as well. You can email acrimingshame@gmail.com if this is something that interests you. Again, it's always about bringing awareness. And
if you're not in a place where you are ready to share your story, or you're not in a place where if you need help, even if you want to reach out privately, no one has to know. I'll do whatever I can to do what I can to help you and point you in the direction of where you need of someone that can help you, and will be there just to help support you, even if I don't know you, and no one has to know.
You guys, throughout the live tonight, I will drop the bio link again. That is for the children for Christmas. Okay, 100% for the children for Christmas. That will be giving to Andrew to buy them gifts. Andrew and Phoenix. Okay, Andrew is the one that was on the live with Blaine, so again, I'm gonna say thank you guys so much, and Jessica, and Paige Turley, and thank you for being part of our lives.
And even for the ones we were mentioning, there are 10 more that I can think of that are in our community that I know privately have suffered from addiction issues. And these are people that, struggle every day with it.
Yeah, God bless Bane Mojo. Absolutely. You guys some people have no idea how much he impacted, like I said, our hearts, but my heart, I'm speaking for myself on this one. We talked almost all the time. We talked a little less probably in that last month, just because I didn't want to stress him out because he told me he was going through a lot. And, so I would just check in on him. Hey, Blaine, how's it going? But the thing was that Blaine wasn't answering back quite when I was listening back to the live, and he was talking about, I think it was Deb that said like the signs, and he said exactly the same thing that he did to us, like to me, or to us, but to me, he didn't answer me back as much, and I was like, oh. When really he was, like you said, Adam, talking about himself.
Yeah, because that was one of the last questions that I asked him was, for him and Jessica was that, for anyone going through or anyone that suspected if they had a loved one going through addiction right now, what signs could they look for, and what could they do to help that person, or what did they wish someone had done to help them?
That's Nancy.
And he told us, and we didn't really, and we knew something was off with him.
I thought he was drinking.
We didn't know he was talking about himself.
Yeah, I literally thought he was drinking, because that's exactly what he was telling me of why Ashley wasn't a thing, and he said he was drinking.
Right.
But anyways, it's going to definitely teach us something a little bit more. I'm so going to miss that side of Blaine. It's kind of like we gave him our love, and we were showing him that people care and don't judge, and he was giving it back to us. You know, I was thinking about that live where he's like, "Love you guys," and I was just like, "Oh, big red."
And blush.
You know.
But the other thing that makes me sad is that, you know, like, I don't think Blaine he would care that he heard that what happened to him. I think that he would be heartbroken and furious at the fact that he's caused other people to be upset and have pain. Yeah. That's that's just because the kind of guy I think he was. And
yeah. Well, he'd be upset that this
we
is
love
happening. You. Yeah. Thank you guys again. So if anyone has any stories, last thing we're going to move on from this topic, besides the tribute video, that tribute day, guys, I'm just going to be right up front. It's going to be a tribute video day. It's going to be about Blaine. It's going to be about donations for his children for Christmas, if people want to donate. And it's just going to be about the group of the It's a Crime and Shame family talking. If Jessica wants to come on, or anyone that's had a personal experience wants to come on that live, that's what that day is going to be about on Sunday, okay? It's going to be about addictions, people that have struggled that want to come on. But the whole point of it is that this is going to be the memory of Blaine. And again, for his 3 children, for Christmas presents, if people want to donate to that, or if people want to donate to the actual memorial, okay, that's what it will be about. Nothing to hide, transparent as always. And I think it's a good thing to love people and care about people. And no one can ever take that away from us, right, guys? No, nobody. So thank you, all you good souls out there. Thank you, all you caring, loving people.
Character is shown.
Yeah. My nephew's an addict. He OD'd at least 3 times. It's hell for right. I know. So Mojo, my niece too. I don't know how many times she's been in rehab. I really don't know a lot about drugs, the hardcore drugs like that. I just don't. Blaine and Paige Turley and Jessica, like I said, were giving us insight because of their experiences. And same with Steffa, that has come on as, support with Steffa. And so, that's the best knowledge is from people that have worked with people and have had experience themselves. So I thank everyone, including Blaine, who
thank you, Devon. If you ever need anything, we're here for you.
Thanks, Devon. And look at he has Blaine's last name, Nelson.
Yeah.
You know what? Stay strong, Devon. All right. Stay strong. Absolutely. Because there's so many people out there that care. And if you ever want to come on here and talk about it, Devon, just email us. Let us know. Just so you know, okay? Because we truly do support anyone that wants to be a voice on here and tell their story. Or if people just want to come into the chat and listen, and somebody gets something out of it. We all know that regardless, it's not that cliche. If it helps one person, and it's impacted somebody, or that somebody shared a post and somebody else saw it, or somebody realizes that, hey, Blaine slipped. This person died. Brianne, Gabriel Ellis, didn't mean to overdose. Neither of them meant to overdose. But obviously addiction sometimes rules, right? Because it's easy to go that way, especially when you're in a bad place in the world or a bad spot. So just know that. Thank you so much, Devon, for the comment.
And it's
Thank
a
you.
very complex thing to understand because it's so different and unique for each person. And for me, it's always been very difficult to decipher it from typical mental health struggles, because I feel like that's an epidemic in itself. What people suffer through with mental health, which
Yeah.
can lead to addiction, but they don't always go hand in hand. But they're just so intertwined that
Yeah.
it's
Um,
if you've got something like depression that you're struggling with, and then you also have the propensity to do drugs or have an addictive personality, it's almost like it's lighting a fire on that
yeah.
depression.
Actually, I'm gonna put this out there to Curly and Michael. I'm gonna challenge you guys to help people. Stop hating on channels. Start
You can
helping.
hate us. You can hate us if you want to. We don't care.
Yeah. Start helping people
Don't
instead.
hurt us.
Right. Be a reason. Be a reason. And people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. If nobody's ever read that poem, it's one of the most beautiful poems that I ever read, because people do come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Again, Blaine came into our life, my life, Deb's life, Adam's life, your lives, for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Fortunately, in this lifetime, not going to happen anymore. But
Right.
obviously, it was for a reason. But he taught us something. I can't tell you, express to you guys enough that in a very short period of time, me and Blaine just connected. And I just love that big oaf. I love that big red. I was sitting there last night staring at all his pictures and watching some videos. And he just needs to be here. I just want him to be here, but it won't happen again. So all we can do is honor him, honor his memory, honor him. And Paige Turley was looking so forward to doing a live with Blaine. That's what makes it wonderful, you guys. Even though that's not going to happen now, but if Paige Turley and Jessica, how can come on, or somebody else wants to come on, that's what's beautiful about it, is that people that understand each other, can connect. And so Paige, at the end of the day, that live didn't happen, but you know what? Again, it's been a blessing, and to meet you, Blaine, Jessica, and even out of it, again, Gabriel Ellis, right? He's not considered a good name to bring up typically in the community.
Mike Kittle.
Yeah, but these people came on, spoke, reached out, and it becomes about the person. It doesn't matter about this; it matters about the person.
Right.
So we're proud of that, because we love to care about people. Anyways,
It's not about us.
Nope.
Even us being upset. It's not about us.
Nope.
So we'll be okay. It's what we can do for other people that matters.
What's good about us is that there's people out there that really care about other people. That, do you know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for the caring people of the world, this world would go to shit in a handbasket.
Right.
So that's why these people that come into the channel, that that are loyal, that they're just deep empaths. They're very caring people that you see here all the time. That's what makes the world beautiful.
Nothing to do with addiction, but Lisa, who's in here, I won't say what she did, but Lisa, who's in the chat right now, she found out another member of the channel had experienced a hardship, and she went and spent a lot of money to provide clothing for that person. She didn't do it for public anything. She just did it because it was someone she has been in a chat with for months and months, that she saw needed help, and she reached and she helped them. And that's what I love about everyone that's in our community.
Yeah. Mark, thank you so much. You don't understand how much these type of things mean a lot today. That's what actually picked me up today, was getting these messages from some people in the background, because we weren't obviously on the live. They were from Messenger, but it was these exact messages because I know no matter what, that nobody can take away beautiful human beings, the beautiful spirits that people have inside. No one's going to take it from me. No one's going to take it from you. No one's going to take it from Deb, Adam, True Crime Housewife, Metal Mama. No one's going to take it from any of us. Yeah. You know, that's where it's nice when the true meaning of caring people come out and shine through and make this world a better place, because it's so sad. I find it unbelievably sad that people want to take away from Blaine's death or anyone's death, or take away from people that love other people.
The situation without that is horrific enough, but then to add that layer on top of it is just.
Yeah.
I mean, I think what's happened to Blaine is happened to Blaine, but you know, those children, they had their dad in prison, not just once, but multiple times. Blaine comes from a generational cycle of addiction. His father was an addict. You know, his uncle clearly was an addict. And, you know, when you look at those children and what their reality has probably had to been, and I pray to God that they have a Becky Patty or a Jerry McClurkin in their life that is going to guide them and keep them away from those things, because that little boy turned 12 years old last week, and then his dad died.
I remember the daughter's ladder.
Yeah.
The daughter's ladder. Do you know?
Yeah.
These children are going to need healing.
Every one of my prayers goes to those kids right now, because they're not just going to need those prayers now. They're going to need them until they've gotten out of the scenario they're in.
Yeah. And I just can't stop thinking about Blaine and the kids and Ashley, and I just can't. It's a tough pill to swallow, for sure. The quote I love is, "Be the person you needed as a child." Yeah. You know, I got so much.
If I was in a better mood, I'm sure I could come up with something really witty and like sarcastic to say to that.
You know, I want to just re-mention CD, Peace Not Silence, which is never silenced in our chat. He needed help for his daughter, and CD reached out because CD doesn't care either. CD's like, you need help? Message me. Let me know. CD's just one of those people. I want to say it's an honor knowing you guys. And I say that for all the people that are consistent regulars in our chat, that follow us, that believe in us, that know exactly what the purpose is about caring about other people. So I want to say from our hearts to yours, thank you so much for being the person that you guys are. Please, like myself, I will never change that. Yes, it's a setback sometimes to the heart when people want to take away from it, because it makes you wonder why you do things sometimes, but you know that the root of who you are is this is what makes me happy. This is what makes others happy, right? And I don't want to speak for you guys, but I know it makes you happy too. Is that you're using your love, even if I'm hurting, you guys, and I hurt too, like anyone, right? I might be strong, but that's like a shield, yeah. It's from being, beaten up throughout the years that you create a shield.
There's a reason they call us there's a reason that cancers are the crab.
Yeah. But it's like you get this shield because you're just like, okay, I got to defend myself from you. You're trying to be loving, kind, giving, caring, and all these things. And then these little scorpions come in or whatever. I shouldn't say scorpions. There's probably a sign that has scorpions. Scorpio? Yeah. Okay. But you know what I mean? These little gnats or piranhas that come in, and they keep wanting to tear you down. And you look at the world and you're like, why? You're supposed to love and be kind to each other. Why are you doing this? Like, why? What purpose? What benefit besides it filling some sort of void in your life?
They're looking at a mirror of themselves.
Yeah.
And they don't. And like
Correct.
I've always said, when you stand in the light, you don't have to worry about what's below you.
Yeah. The one thing I know people can't take away from me is where my heart lies. It loves people, loves children. It pretty much loves everyone. almost. I can't say it fully does. I'd be lying if I said it loved everyone. I pray for some people, but I don't love everyone. There's some people out there that are just pure evil. Right, Michael? Okay. Hurt people. So let's, okay. Love you.
I love everyone. Well, no, I don't love everyone.
You have Michael?
I have hope for everyone.
Hope for everyone. There's a good word.
Because I mean, you hear stories of people that come from the lowest places in life ever, and they turn their lives around, and they.
Yeah, that I can respect.
And so I know it's possible.
Yeah, like this, even someone like Greeno has hope. It might be slim, but there's hope. To be honest with you,
right.
But you know,
if you looked at Blaine's arrest records, and you looked at some of the things that he'd gone to jail for, and then you looked at the man that we knew, that to me proves that people are not the representation of one action or two actions in their life. You know, he clearly had done horrible things in his life, and he had learned from them and changed his behavior, and his heart grew, and it made him an incredible person.
Oh, I love that smile.
It doesn't take away the bad stuff he did, but he learned from it.
Yeah.
He just didn't learn from the drugs.
You know, and that's the thing, is that the drugs, you know, just like drinking alcohol, really, because I remember my ex-brother-in-law, no, he was still a piece of shit, to be honest, but you added alcohol with it, and he was the worst person ever. Mm-hmm. Meaning, as a normal person, he was still a bad person, but add the alcohol and it changed, right? Like, meaning he became a fighter. He always wanted to fight people all the time and all this stuff. Yeah. And so that's why it's like, you know, Blaine, he was trying to change his life around. And, you know, like my niece, she has relapsed so many times I can't even count anymore. Right. You know,
I've known some assholes that when they smoke pot, they're not assholes anymore. So I'm like,
this is true.
I don't smoke pot, but
yeah, honestly. Okay. Okay. Let's go on to Delphi. Okay, I need a drink actually.
Like, yeah, I'm going to use the restroom really quick too. Oh, we need an intermission video.
You know what? I was looking at OBS today at the intermission video, and I was like, you know what? We need an intermission. So you know what, guys? Can you just give us a little intermission for a sec? Can you talk amongst yourselves? Go look at the merch line or something if you like. Go look at the bio thing. You guys can go follow me on Twitter, Facebook page. Just go check it out. I thought it was really cool that I could.
You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on TikTok.
Yeah. You know, like I'll probably have to I'll add more links to it. Like I'll put on maybe Adam will want to give me his Twitter, and then I'll put his, if he wants, I'll put his Twitter on the bio link as well.
Well, I retweet everything you do, Sonny. If you ever retweeted something I did, then you would know.
Yeah, I know. I just usually when I tweet, it's just like.
I'm sorry, I'm not Nancy Grace.
I know. Okay, so we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, guys. Yeah.
Be right back.
Okay, give us a moment. Yeah, thank you. Steffa, should we talk about Adam while he's gone to the bathroom? What do you think, Steffa? All the rotten things that he does. He's such a mean person, isn't he? So mean.
No, because Steffa's got those nudes of me, so don't.
Get your ears away from the mic.
She was having a bad day, so I sent her some pictures.
Oh, okay. What fine?
It made her day worse.
All right. Yeah, let's go. Let's pick this live back up, guys, and turn it back into a happier thing that Blaine would have wanted anyway. All I can picture is his laugh and his cheeks and all that stuff for sure. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll quickly play that just for the sake of it, guys. Maybe I'll just play that. Where is that one? Do I have it there? Oh, wait. Is that it? No, that's not it. Thanks, Candace. Thanks for the super sticker very much. Thank you. Boom, 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 boom. Cancel. There we go. I'll put that up. 1 second here. My channel. Let's go. And oh wait. Oh no, I was looking for parody. Wait, I'm looking in the right spot. All right, Mr. Blaine Nelson. Okay. Let's go there. Okay. So just while we're taking a quick break, we will do that. Okay, guys? I'll share screen. We'll do this for Blaine again. Share screen. Let me put mine on.
We got some fun for you! It's raining man. Hallelujah, it's raining man. Amen.
Yeah, Aspen, you wouldn't need. I think you would do all right, Aspen. You know, your group of guys don't get messed with in prison.
I don't even know who you are, actually, Adam.
I'm serious. That your group of guys may have all the drugs, and like you guys, outside of gang members, I'm telling you, you guys are like the the ones that have thoughts. The gay guys in the joint have access to everything. They actually kept me. Every time I got into a fight, they healed me. I swear to God, like they put Vaseline on the cuts.
They keep the grease.
Oh. So, oh, that was good.
Sonny said, tell us more, Blaine, how good Adam has it.
Oh, shit.
Let's just say he would be well fed. Sorry, Adam.
Sorry, Adam. We love you, bro. Oh, shit. Oh, that was definitely worth it.
They're passed around.
They're passed around. I mean, real talk. That's
like Adam.
Oh,
Sonny said I have tears. I do.
Yeah, that was definitely worth it. Oh God.
It's raining man. Hallelujah, it's raining man. Amen.
go. We'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for all your hearts for Blaine. And I know Andrew loves that video as well. And I'm sure Phoenix does too. Their laughs. Both their laughs, and especially Andrew's. It's so infectious, isn't it? And it's just a nice memory. That's how I think of Blaine when I keep thinking about him, honestly. So rest in peace, buddy. Miss you. Love you. Okay. Thank you guys though for all the hearts.
Hey, sorry.
Thanks, Double Rainbow. If there's, I think I'm hearing myself talk here, or is it? Am I hearing myself through you? Little? You guys, yeah.
I do not hear you.
Yeah.
I
Anyone?
hear you, but I don't hear you. You're not echoing or anything.
Okay. If there's one thing that I love, Stefa, Lisa, Deb, Adam, myself, and I'm sure lots of you guys out there as well, that you love a good laugh. And that was such a great, if you guys haven't actually watched that live, head on over to Extracted Thoughts, Blaine's channel, and watch that. Because honestly, laughter's great for the heart, great for the soul. And so that's why I always, in my head, it's like I miss seeing his face, so I get to have at least videos. That's what's so nice is that I remember, remember when Blaine said, you guys, and he's like, Ashley, I think he was saying Ashley was jealous because I'm YouTube famous or something like that. And I remember Blaine saying how, he always wanted to, like, he was always trying to think of, some, like a way to do something. And that's what was so great about that, was that after he was on the show, it made him want to start up the channel, which we helped him with instantly. And then,
and he knew his purpose. He knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I said, like Blaine didn't know he was gonna, OD. Of course, he didn't mean to OD, but he was doing good things, and that's what makes it special, Or even if it's a Paige Turley or a Jessica that keeps, everyone that's struggling, that has addictions, that knows that it can be easy to fall back, and they keep fighting their way out and stuff like that. It's just always nice to have supportive people around you, for sure. And
the sad thing is that there are people that are going to do a drug tomorrow for the very first time, and it is going to start them down a path of addiction in their life. And tonight they're just having the last probably normal night of their life, and they don't even realize it. And that's heartbreaking to me. No one would ever do a drug if they knew how it was going to end up, even though they know the story, the statistics.
Yeah. Because it's not going to happen to them like anything, right? Nobody thinks it's going to happen to them, yeah.
And there are millions of people around the world right now, suffering from a loss of different people that have done the same thing that happened to Blaine at this very moment,
Yeah. And, at the end of the day, how many people actually had left nice messages that actually really enjoyed Blaine, that saw the lives, that liked Blaine and liked the way, I just respect always when people are being honest. Like, at the end of the day, I know that Blaine, now that I have hindsight in a sense, and I thought it was more to do with drinking, and then you have hindsight, I'm sure that Blaine didn't want to disappoint us, and as much as everyone can be truthful to a point, there's certain things that you're just too ashamed to admit. And I'm pretty sure that definitely Blaine was ashamed to admit that he had fallen back off the wagon, and it seems to be, honestly, when I think about it, and Adam, see if you agree, it happened when Ashley went into rehab. That was about the same time that it started, is right at that time.
It was a change in his life, and then there was no one there to hold him accountable.
Right, absolutely. Exactly.
In the moments when no one's around is the moments when those things start to creep back in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I didn't realize, I don't know a lot about some of this stuff. Like I know Suboxone is something that is something that they put a lot of people on. And I can't remember the name of the drug that Blaine was on that helps take withdrawals away. But Andrew had told us that he was suffering some really severe side effects from that as well that made him stop taking the medication that he was using that kept him from having the cravings. And and then he relapsed.
So like, you know what, we'll save the rest for Sunday, Adam, and we'll make it a day about Blaine on Sunday, a tribute, and we'll just make it alive about Blaine. However long it lasts. If people want to email me and they want to come on the live, just email me or message me in Messenger. If you're on my Messenger, A Crime and Shame, the email goes across the bottom there. And again, I'm going to do the bio thing. If anyone, remember 100% for the kids for Christmas. Okay, if you guys want to help contribute, I'll make sure that money goes right to Andrew, and Andrew can buy those kids each a nice gift for Christmas in honor of Blaine from all of us, right? It'll be from all of us, obviously. Duh. So just know that that's where our hearts are at with Blaine and the children. And Ashley, All right.
And I mean, there is a medicine. I think there are a couple different types, Nicole, but I do know that Suboxone is one of the medications that they give people when they're coming off of heroin, especially. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a doctor or a healthcare professional. I believe that it gives you a very low, like it gives you similar effects, but in a very low thing that kind of takes away the addictive part of that. But I don't know. I did just read though that in 2021 there were 108,000 people died from drug overdoses in the United States.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
I mean, like, how many people live in the city you live in, Sunny?
Oh, pardon?
How many, like, in the town you live in, how many people live in that town?
Well, in the Vancouver area would be
a lot.
About 3-4 million.
Right.
In the Vancouver area. I'm a suburb of Vancouver. But like there's Surrey, Langley, where I live, as Vancouver, North Van. So all of Vancouver, like Vancouver and Toronto are the two biggest cities in Canada. Anything else is nominal compared to these two cities.
So, but I mean, you can look at that as 100,000 people, the entire population of some towns.
Absolutely. And, and even when, when I lived in a small town in Alberta, drugs ruled because they really had nothing else to do. Strippers, drugs, casino was the three main things, to be honest with you, because there was not much else to do. Like in the small towns, you have to make yourself something to do.
And you lose hope. When you lose hope, you lose value in things. And
because Steffa, can I have a word with you privately, Steffa? I'll only let you in this live, be in this live in the chat here, is if you promise that you did what we said prior to coming on the live. So that thing that sounds like Derma One but isn't a Derma One. So as long as you can promise me that happened, I'll allow you to keep talking in the chat.
It was Vitrol, though.
Pardon?
It was she is correct on the name of the drug that he was using. And
I think
prescribed.
That's the one that Blaine, that Andrew said that
gave him the side effects.
Yeah, that he was hearing voices.
Yeah.
Now he's going to hear my voice for sure.
Although saying that is just giving me a totally right turn, but it does give me the idea of, I mean, why can't we have It's a Crime and Shame personal massage tool toy, like what things that we could sell on the channel as well?
Cracks.
Right?
Cracks.
I mean, I think that would be.
Steffa would probably be the first purchaser of that one.
With that, like maybe like one with Deb's picture on it, or.
Oh, I'm just waiting for Lisa to make a comment, to be honest with you. Yeah. Because I think she thought that I was having like a wardrobe malfunction, and that's why we were running late. And, you know, it was something similar to that, of course.
You could
Lisa.
turn it up to the Sunny Justice setting.
The Sunny Justice setting, yeah. Oh my God. Adam sent me the most funniest thing. Thank you for that, Adam. I have to show that, to be honest with you, because it made me laugh so hard. God, this was, I have to show you. Oh no, it's so small. Ah. Okay.
I've heard that before.
Darn it, it's so small. Anyway, I know you guys are going to have a hard time to see this, but I'm probably going to, yeah, it's so small. Let me see.
I zoomed in. It was really small when I it was something that popped up on my social media today, and I was like, oh, so
Yeah.
I was like, this instantly made me think of Sunny.
I'm well, when I'm thinking of small, yeah.
I was like, it's about the sweetest thing I would ever write. It's like in my wedding vow to you.
Pretty much, right? Oh, it's so small, but let's see. I'm going to try to show it anyway. But it honestly, guys, it made my day when I saw it. So anyone knows me, they know I love 69. 69 is the year I was born. It's the best position. And it's just a good song, Summer of 69 as well. So do you remember how Garrett Kurt said about Keegan Dunker? Like, you're the brother that has my 6, right? You're always like basically that always has my 6, which means I have your back.
Are you the Garrett to my? Are you the Garrett to my?
I am the Garrett to the Keegan. I am. So he sends me this and he says, I am your 6. Will you be my 9? And I was like, that's all I could think of. Whereas someone that has my back, and he's like, will you be my 9? And I'm like, absolutely. I think we just need Kagan Klein to pronounce this man and wife like online. And I can be married like twice, once real and once online, so it doesn't really count.
It's just one of those memes that popped up that I was like, okay, that popped up for a reason. Yeah, I could send it to Sunny.
Yeah. Anyone knows that when I see 69 and I look up and I see 169, and it just so happened when I was turning down the volume, it was set at 69. Anyone knows that will gravitate to my eyes right away. So,
Lisa, are you talking about yourself? Lisa said, "Oh my, OMG, the TMI Cougar had to make an appearance." Don't talk about yourself that way, Lisa.
yeah, I was gonna say. What did David say? It's okay. Suboxone or methadone will help you from withdrawals from all opiates.
Okay,
But your body gets used to those. Then you need body needs it too. It's better to try not to use a substitute if you can.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, like I said, I don't pretend to be an expert on any of that, so I'm sorry if I
know
just for heroin.
That's what I'm really gonna miss because, like I said, Paige and Jessica and but Blaine, because Blaine was, like I said, on here the most frequently. Like he schooled us because we don't know about all that stuff, and it was really nice having him come on and to educate people because he lived the life so he could tell you about it, just kind of like his gang life and stuff like that. It's kind of like I said, that's what I loved is that we offered him our love and compassion and our guidance through helping him with the channel. And, he sees that in us. And then he offers us back, in a sense, just freely talking openly with you guys, talking openly with us, and it's just a great experience because it's like 2 lives that are different, but yet we're all people and we all bleed the same. We all hurt the same. And yet we can have 2 different lives. But that doesn't mean that, just because you're from this lifestyle that you care any less about people. But some people get caught up into the drugs. Some people have gambling addiction. Some people have drinking addictions. Some people have smoking addictions, which I don't. I have a vape addiction now. Quit smoking like over a year ago, but
I have a Sunny and Deb addiction.
Great. I mean, that one I can't help
They
you
don't
with.
respond to me. I get really upset and really violent, and I just have to keep messaging them.
Oh.
And then I go through withdrawals, and I just don't talk to them for a day.
Yeah.
But no, I told you, I think I already put it out there. Blaine's going to be in Andrew's ear, telling him, you need to go talk to Sonny and Adam, and you need to be, you need to do what I was doing. He's got a long road to go through with his,
Eating addiction. There you go.
Grief and having a baby, but I have a feeling we'll see a little bit more of Andrew at some point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hope so too. Really good people. And again, if they're watching, hi Andrew, hi Phoenix. This is about your 5th shout out right now, if you don't know it. And so we appreciate that. Just genuine and honesty. Yeah.
Carol said, "Is Debbie at the soccer?"
Yeah. Well, technically she is.
She's on her way home, actually, but.
Or we could have put her down in a dungeon somewhere and just didn't let her out yet. Addicts are the best liars. I know.
She's doing really well in that middle-aged soccer club, a member of them.
Right. And when I was at Devon, when I was watching that live back, and then Blaine said, I like the part. What did he say? He said, "What are you laughing over there, mister? Are you laughing over there?" And when Blaine said on the live that he goes, he goes, one of the signs is that they say that they're going to do something and they're not going to, and then they don't show up, type of thing. And I'm just like, oh, when I went back to that, I was like, you're talking about yourself, aren't you? Because that's exactly what he had done to me like a couple of times, but it was noticeable because since I had met Blaine, he'd always kept his word.
In his own lives, he did that, we noticed that he'd done that, which, on one hand, you could look at it as, yes, he did have more responsibility. He did have the kids by himself. So all of the things he was saying to us made sense. But
the drinking, made sense.
Right.
Right. The tiredness, because he was tired. I know he was tired and exhausted, but
and it's emotional,
But yeah, you're right. Like when you've got hindsight, but when you're not a person that's addicted to drugs and you don't have that life experience behind you, like.
And even if you do know someone that's gone through that, I mean, because I've replayed this 1,000 times in my head, as far as like, he was an adult man that, we repeatedly did reach out to him to check on him and ask him if he was okay.
We have no guilt there.
When we took his word for it, but I don't know because I'm like, what else could we have done? And, I know that's 2020, but.
Right. It didn't happen in our home.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He did it. He made the choice to do it. And
he made the choice. He made the choice. And sadly, that choice cost him his life. And again, you're in charge of two things, your own thoughts and your own choices. That's it. Nobody else can control those. He made the choice to go to the attic, and do the drugs. And it cost him his life, sadly. We will forever miss him. He knows that he would rather be here. Well, maybe he's enjoying it up there. I don't know. He's probably looking down at us laughing, to be honest, going, suckers, you guys still got to stay on Earth. Who knows? All I know is that it was his choice, and we love Blaine, and we're just going to keep honoring his memory because of that, because we love Blaine. Simple as that. Okay.
And long after those haters are gone and away, and I've forgotten their names.
Yeah.
I will not have forgotten Blaine's name, and I will not have forgotten what Blaine meant to me.
Yeah.
So
that's just it. Those other people, I don't even know that their names even exist. And then something comes up and you're just like, oh, they crawled back out of the woodwork again. Oh, there they are, And then you're just like, dude. But then that, like I said, it doesn't matter.
Character is shown, and every bit of that is, every bit of that,
Yeah.
Didn't even have to give it a second thought because, it's like when you're looking at a trash barrel, it's a trash barrel. You don't have to go touch it.
That's a good one. That's a good one, actually. Okay. So Sunday we will have an honor Blaine tribute. Okay, I'm just gonna read these last comments, you guys, and then we're gonna go on to Delphi. Devon, I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. I appreciate the fact that your last name is Nelson as well. Thank you for talking and being a voice in here today. Stefa, you as well. Anyone else that's suffering or has lost someone due to any sort of addiction, our prayers go out to you. Of course, it's there's no nice things to even say about losing someone that you care about and love, especially when it is gone too soon, just gone too soon. Yeah, thank you, Stefa. Right, he probably was using it at the time when a person starts changing, and that's just it, right, Devon? It was literally about the time that Ashley went into rehab. It was
yeah, we got confirmation that it was right around when we noticed that he was acting different.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like Sunny and I remember the very first private conversation we had about it, and we were both kind of just like, I don't know what, and then it was little thing after little thing after that. But
yeah,
I
mean, hindsight's 20/20, right? It was what it is. What it is. It was what happened.
It doesn't change anything now.
It doesn't change anything, and everyone can do. I wish I could have done this or done that. And the thing is that life has a path, and the course that was set for Blaine. This is exactly how it was. The path was meant to go. As sad as it is, this was the path that happened. There's no changing it. I'm sure that is, mom, dad, or stepdad, kids, whatever. I'm sure anyone would be sitting there going, I wish I would have, just talked to him for a couple minutes longer, that this would have happened. I wish that I would have messaged him that morning.
The Ashley's going to go through.
Oh my God. I don't even want to think about that. The fact that Ashley's in rehab and she wasn't even there. Like she doesn't get to mourn it in this sense, but yet someone said, it's maybe a good thing. In hindsight, it's probably a good thing because who knows, right? Because obviously this is so devastating. My heart breaks for Ashley. It does. Yeah. I'm so.
If you look at their their story, they had dated so long ago, and they had gone through so much individually, and they finally had gotten to a point in each of their lives where they came back together, and it was just one of those stories when you heard them tell it, that it gave me hope for that no matter what can happen sometimes in between, that the right people can end up back together for the right reasons, and they seem so in love. So it just is another layer of this being shitty.
Again, I'm going to keep dropping the bio link on there. You can go to his kids. Again, we'll be very transparent. Anything that is to them, again, will go to Andrew, and Andrew can buy a gift each, a nice gift each for each of the children, however he wants to deem that. But I'm going to make sure that would go to Andrew. And Andrew is the one, of course, that was with Blaine on his live, that when his cousin that, they spent time together. And they were bunk mates too as well. But anyways, good guy.
And he has a baby coming, so
yeah. So
move on to Delphi.
Yeah. Now, sorry, Devon, if something is typed and it's not put a certain way, Streamlabs will deem it as that you're trying to send a link, even though I know you're not trying to send a link. It's just because some sort of extra period was put in there or spacing, and it acts like you're trying to do, a link, is what it is.
Yeah. Thank you, Daisy. And Double Rainbows, yes, we would love that. And, we talked about it during a night where people could come up and tell stories and things like that. So yeah, we would absolutely love that.
Yeah, absolutely. See, please, Daisy's comment.
And we had that as well already. Oh, thank you, Michelle.
Okay, let's watch that. Wait, Lynn, wish she be.
Because our, Kevin Klein has court in the morning.
Somebody.
Mama Michelle donated memberships.
Oh my goodness.
5.
Okay, so let's see here. Alicia, Connie,
Devon, don't
Paula,
be sorry.
Honeybee. Oh my God, there's more. 1 second. That was so nice. So
Thank you so much.
Metal Mama, thank you so much for that. That was so sweet. So I'm gonna drop.
We're sorry that we kind of dampered your birthday thing Sunday night in the midst of all that.
Yeah, on Michelle. I know, right? I know. Because it's. I mean, it does suck because, like, her birthday in Stepha's was the next day, but Metal Mama Michelle's is actually on the same day that Blaine passed. Stepha's and my niece's was the day before, and then Stepha's was the next day. Metal Mama Michelle, thank you so much. That was very generous, very kind. I'm gonna hit exclamation member, and then that will tell you what to do. If you do want to join our Facebook group, okay, you do have to email me. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to email me with your YouTube name and your Facebook name to acrimeandshame@gmail.com if you want to be part of the Facebook group, the private Facebook group. But regardless, you are still considered a member. It gives you, I think, a month membership with us. So enjoy. But if you do want to become a member of the private Facebook group, you do have to email that, just like Streamlabs is telling you right there. I emailed you about that already. Have you been accepted, Double Rainbows? So what? Oh, I think Double Rainbows.
I know there's some people. I know there were some requests in there. Okay. I didn't know who they were though. But
okay. Well, was there some today? Okay, let me just see what this is here. Let's get. Go ahead. I'm gonna. There's something.
Sloopy, you're right. Sloopy, yeah.
Derek
Farmer. Yeah, you all had bad stuff happen on your birthdays as well.
Oh, Derek. When was Derek's? Where is Derek?
Remember, I think Sloopy's and Derek Farmers are the same day, aren't they? No. I'm blurring right now completely, but
yeah, same.
So do we want to talk about Kegan Klein's court date first?
Yeah, we're just gonna play that.
Talk about I was gonna give everyone the option of what they wanted to hear first.
Between what and what? I got this.
Okay, yeah, play that first.
Do you want me to play this first?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. All right, gorgeous people. We're gonna start going on and talking about Delphi here. So let's do that. Let's play this. And
we're hearing more about a central figure linked to the Delphi murder investigation.
Kegan Kline due in court on Thursday morning.
Kline is facing 30 child porn-related charges. He used a fake social media profile to solicit pictures from at least 15 underage girls. He also communicated with Libby German the day that she went missing. IT Richard Essex is working on this story for us.
Kline was arrested in August of 2020. His case has been delayed at least a half dozen times. He will be in a Miami County courtroom on Thursday morning. The hearing is largely procedural, but it's the first time that we've heard from him since he was arrested.
Kegan Kline is important to the wider discussion around the Delphi murders because in December 2021, state police released a statement linking the murders sort of indirectly.
This picture of Kline was taken by the Miami County Sheriff's Department shortly after his arrest in August of 2020. Kline is accused of using Anthony Schatz, a fake social media profile, to solicit sexually explicit pictures from underage girls. Police found dozens of pictures of underage girls on several phones and tablets owned by Kline. One of those girls who communicated with Kline via the fake social media profile is Liberty German. She had discussions on meeting with him. Anya Kane and Kevin Greenlee of the podcast Murder Sheet are news gathering partners with Wish TV.
And Kegan Kline is actually known to have been in contact with one of the victims in this case, Liberty German. In fact, he was in contact with her on the very day of the murders.
Now, our understanding is that Liberty German thought she was texting and messaging with a much younger man who, which is what Kegan Kline portrayed himself in this Anthony Schatz account.
On February 25th, 2017, 11 days after Liberty German and Abby Williams were found murdered, police raided Klein's house. He had just returned from a trip to Las Vegas. And according to court documents, while he was in Vegas, he used his phone several times to search for news stories about the Delphi murders. When he got back to Indiana, he deleted several apps from his phone, put one of them in a microwave. Police were able to recover a great deal of information from his phones and other electronic devices. During an interrogation with police in March of this year, Klein denied having any direct knowledge of the Delphi murders. Earlier this summer, Indiana State Police took Klein from the Miami County Jail for further questioning. A few days later, state police investigators were seen searching the Wabash River in Peru, Indiana. Klein's father lives just a few blocks from the area. Police have not said what, if anything, was found during the 5-week-long search. IT-Mate is told that Klein may be trying to strike a deal with police and prosecutors in exchange for information. Could that information come out in the hearing on Thursday?
We would be surprised if anything concretely came out about Delphi on Thursday. Now, that being said, I think it is important to note that certain things that could potentially be announced would have an impact on the Delphi case. And notably, that would be like a deal has been reached and Kagan has pled out. That would indicate that perhaps conversations around Delphi could be part of that.
There will be another pre-trial conference in December, but the jury trial is expected to begin in January of next year. In Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Wish TV, IT-Mate.
There we go. So wait, I was kind of, hold on, my camera's acting up. Usually fixes it when I do that. Okay, so let's see here. So wait, what was that about the microwave? He put his phone in the, no, it was on top of the microwave. That I remember. Adam, are you there? Adam?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that he put his phone, that his phone was on top of the microwave.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are everyone's thoughts about, like, how do you think tomorrow's going to go down?
I don't know. What's your thoughts, actually?
Personally, I think it's probably going to be really anticlimactic. I think they're probably going to, probably refrain from saying as much about Delphi as they possibly can, because I don't think that it's an open investigation. So I think they're going to try to minimize the amount of Delphi that they put into this case as much as they can.
Yeah.
And usually pretrial motions are usually pretty boring anyway. It's a lot of procedural stuff, and we might get a few good tidbits.
Let's see.
I personally don't think that we will find out if there's been a plea bargain tomorrow, but because that filing would have already had to have come in, at least by and there's no report of it being filed. But but who knows? I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, we need a lawyer. We need a lawyer on our channel.
I'll go to law school.
Okay, could you?
Yeah.
I'll just Google one. Anybody? Is there a lawyer in the house? We need a lawyer.
If Keegan Klein can be if Keegan Klein can be an ordained minister, I can be a lawyer.
I certainly right.
And I think I'd look good on a bench, like my picture on a bench. If you've been hurt in an accident.
Thank you. Yeah. Pre-trial is never anything spectacular.
Yeah, it's just usually exciting because it's the first time we get to see them in a courtroom and get to kind of see the setup of what it's going to be like. And then, we don't usually understand half the words they're saying or what they're doing. And then there's a lot of whispering, and then they end it.
You see what Lisa says? I'm not a lawyer, but I play one on TV.
Lisa, and those were only in some certain films that were on Cinemax at certain times of the evening. And I don't know if you were a real lawyer. I think you were a paralegal. But I do own them all on VHS.
I'm still trying to figure out if she's being serious or not. I don't know. Sometimes when somebody's always joking, it's just like, Now she has my brain. She's playing mind games over here with me. I'm just like, wait, what?
Objection, hearsay.
Yeah, objection. You are a paralegal. Well, get your ass on here.
Lisa,
Right?
I know.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to start, Lisa. There's no ever replacing Blaine, but you can be like a paralegal. Yeah.
And she's behind on some of the paperwork she has to do for a few cases. I talked to her boss earlier.
There's Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Hey, fellow Canadian. Thank you, Charlie. And thank you again to Metal Mama Michelle for the 5 memberships that she graciously donated to those people. Thank you very much.
Guarino is not a lawyer, but he's had enough of them. He might be able to tell us the ins and outs.
Well, he can give us the whole thing. He can give us like the whole lifestyle stuff, right? I mean, what is it that he hasn't done, to be honest?
Could we get Fouts to come on tomorrow night and tell us about this?
I state my reputation as a doctor on it. Okay. Yeah. Well, did I tell you that, Lisa, that my husband's British and he actually was the next one in line to be the King of England, but he stepped down, obviously, so that Prince Charles
to marry a Canadian.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much, yeah. He disobeyed every rule.
I was actually going to marry Harry, but they thought it would look bad, so.
The reporter stated, the same reporter has stated that he knows more about Delphi case than he's allowed to say. I'll tell you about Delphi. Well, I can tell you one thing that's correct is that it was a young profile that Libby was talking to. I can tell you that much.
Mm-hmm. What time is the court? What time is court tomorrow morning?
What time was it actually?
For anyone in the area, courtrooms are public places, and if you are off tomorrow and you would like to go sit in the courtroom, all you have to do is show up. You can sit in the courtroom, and
because of certain media you're allowed to bring in, and you're allowed to tweet. You can just tweet.
It depends on the court. Like some of them don't let you bring your phones in, but anyone can go in if you're a public citizen. You as long as they're not full, you can go sit in a courtroom.
Yeah. So, I mean, all of you guys that live in that area, because trust me, I would be there. If I literally lived in Indiana, I would be so there. You guys have no idea how much it irks me sometimes that I'm over here in Canada and I just want to be over there.
But why can't Deb go? Like, why can't Deb be our boots on the ground?
Deb can be our boots on the ground. Deb?
Right. She only goes to dinners with these people, with these fancy people, but she won't go get the goods for us when we need her to go to court and sit with Keegan Klein.
Yeah. Well, one day, we'll show those pictures that Deb's hanging from that chandelier at Purdue's house. But we're just gonna hold off on that for a bit, to be honest. And then when she does something to piss us off, Adam, we're just gonna pull it out. That's our ace card.
I was celebrating her when I saw the way she held on to that thing.
Keegan Klein's tomorrow is what do you want to call it? What is it called?
It's a pretrial motion.
Yeah.
It was supposed to happen in April.
Yeah. And then it got pushed, and pushed. So
the positive thing about this is that the trial is supposed to start in January, and
I don't think so.
But hopefully, by the fact that they're having the pretrial motion now, hopefully that means that they're not going to postpone it again.
I anticipate KK.
Now, if they were to make an arrest, of a family member of his for Delphi, that could probably delay the trial again. But I don't think we're going to hear much about Delphi tomorrow.
No.
And I don't think we're actually going to hear a ton about it in this case, because I think his defense is probably going to get a lot of that. They're going to try to get a lot of that to not be allowed to be used in court, since it's another case and he's not been charged yet. But it just depends on the judge.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm just kind of like, Lisa needs to obviously get her paralegal ass on here.
Right. Daisy, I expect you to go to court tomorrow.
Yep. Daisy Duke.
I expect.
Sneak some pictures in.
I know you're in Ohio, but you need to drive there.
What if TK showed up? Well, what do you mean? Take him by his hand, lead him in, tell him to start talking some truth.
I know I would sit right next to him if he's.
Yeah, pinch his tit while you're there. You know, just give him a purple nurple and be like, I'm not letting go until you start telling the truth, dude.
I'd have my midriff on and I'd go sit right next to him.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd have Kagan and Tony buy each purple nurple. Really, seriously. I'd be like, I'm going to twist harder. You better tell me. Oh, Lisa, you want to turn? Oh, okay. Yeah. Lisa coming the wing woman. Daisy Duke. Yeah.
And Daisy, I don't know, has the court ruled about there being cameras in the courtroom for the trial? Or they not made that ruling yet? I know there's not going to be cameras tomorrow. But I don't know if they made the ruling about the actual trial yet.
I remember reading that Indiana was one of the states that doesn't allow that.
Oh, they don't allow it at all?
I can right. Am I right there, Hoodis? Because I was just reading that there was Indiana and a few other states that they had mentioned that don't allow cameras in the courtrooms.
I mean, what are they afraid of?
And I was like, shit. I mean,
I know that when Greeno had a court date earlier this year, someone in the gallery was accused of having their phone out recording. You know,
you guys, we weren't listening. Obviously, apparently, it said 10, right? Oh yeah, right. It said 10. That's right. It is at 10, so you need to be there for like 8. Right? The doors open at 8.
I've got usually that there. Jenica, you're thin. You can get there 9.
Yeah, but it's just a small courtroom. I remember because I listened to a phone call where the lady on the other end said that it was just a small, like, you know, it's not like it's small space.
Right. Lisa, don't be jealous of Deb. We're gonna have our own little lunch sometime.
Yeah. Probably. I just wish we had a lawyer sitting beside us right now that could explain the ins and outs.
But if we had someone in the courtroom, they could give us a play-by-play of everything that happened after.
But still, we need a lawyer person, paralegal. I don't care, sitting beside us. I just wish, but you know, I didn't go to school for that.
I said all we need is someone that sits in that courtroom tomorrow and can tell us what happened.
Yeah, just tweet at Artros. If you're allowed to. I think you're probably allowed to do that.
If you sit there, you're allowed to relay whatever information you hear. You're just not allowed to record it or take notes while you're there. But
right.
But I could overnight you a spy pen.
Ooh,
I'm not trying to mess with the Indiana court systems.
Yeah. Did you see this? Sunny is correct. Thanks, Daisy. Every once in a while, you know, or maybe it's more often than I care to know, I am correct about certain things. Definitely. No cameras, no live streaming. Right. I'm about 20 minutes from the courthouse. Laura. Hey, Laura.
Who just would be a great person to go though, because she
absolutely too. Yeah. You know what? Just all you guys get your asses there. You know.
Wear your merch.
Yeah. Yeah. Wear your Twinkie merch. Or honey buns. You have to wear honey buns. You like?
Well, I meant our merch.
Well, I know you meant our merch. I was thinking of votes. Mm-hmm. We need like a merch line that's like the Justice Team or Crime and Shame Team. Somebody think of a nice
by the way,
phrase.
unrelated. I tried to create something today and it wouldn't let me do it on my phone.
I
had to go on a laptop.
Oh, well, I use my iPad all the time, but certain things won't let me. I'd have to go to my desktop. So I avoid those ones and I use my phone or my iPad. I don't know about the phone thing because I freaking hate phones. It's like, honestly, if I ever want to have anger management, just stick a freaking iPhone in my hand because
I did not know that the cameras could never be in Indiana courtrooms. I didn't know that.
Maybe get one of those guys, law tube guys. Just come on.
Yeah.
Out of all the people in here, there's got to be one darn ass lawyer in here. Well, we got a paralegal.
I said I don't even think we need a paralegal to just relay what was said.
You got, oh, well, let me just put my bio link in there.
And then they'll release the minutes onto his file.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on you, team. What did we do, Carol?
Carol, shame on you, team.
Carol, you could jump on a flight and be there by 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Shame on you, team. You can't use that one, Carol. You know it's going to backfire, that one. Let's think. No. Even though it's a good one, but you know that's going to backfire the other way. You know it will. Order and come with us tomorrow. Dad is buying. Dad or Deb. Barb won't be there. Yeah. I'm so disappointed though, right? I really wish Indiana allowed like the cameras and that. I would just like to see that.
Well,
Something.
we've seen little bits of corruption in the court system in Indiana before, so maybe they don't want that out there on court TV. No,
never. I know we haven't really talked about it yet. It's not honestly like I'm going to Renee says Justice Squad. Yeah, maybe we'll have to we still have to do a Tom Webster name thing still. Yeah. But anyways, you guys, on the bio link, okay? Again, if you want to donate to Blaine's Kids, I have Stripe. There's a $5 and a $10, and then there's PayPal. That's for kids, but you have to distinctly put in the message for Christmas for Blaine's Kids, okay? As well, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow our Facebook page. You can follow me on Instagram. What else is on there? YouTube, whatever. I need to add some more links. I'll probably stick Adam's Twitter on there as well so that you guys can just click the one thing bio link and it will take you to whatever you want to do to follow, Not sure what Deb has. I got my cute. Oh, did you get your scrunchie? Daisy? Aw. The merch line is on there, you guys. There's tons of merch out there right now. Again, if you guys do want to support our channel and you do like that product there, whatever but yeah, we need like a justice shirt, like it's crime and shame, but like justice squad, justice something. Yeah, we'll have to come up with one. I need something to really hit me in the ear here. That will be catchy that we can all agree on.
Right.
Well, when I say we,
and it should be noticed, it's not illegal to stand outside of the courthouse and videotape the people that are going in. It's
not illegal. That's not illegal. No. Lisa, call in sick to work and report back.
I think who dis would be great because she would probably know who half the people are because she's
absolutely
been long.
I have a meeting. I'm gonna wrap up till 8 a.m. So
I do know that Linda is not going to be there.
Who?
Linda Klein.
Oh, she's not going to be there.
From what I was told.
Mm. Never saw it. Yeah.
So I'm sure most people have probably heard about the rumors about Steve having a little too much to drink at dinner the other night with Deb and Purdue.
I know.
And potentially, falling asleep under her dining room table. But
I like how Deb took that picture of Purdue. She like wiped away and left 2 bottles standing, and that was it. She's like, oh yeah.
I zeroed in on that picture. I was like, Deb, 2 empty bottles of wine on the table. Because they weren't just empty. One was decorative, and I was like, Deb.
Yeah, they do.
And I was like, where was everyone's clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm playing.
They do have pens. Actually, as I'm looking at, see, this is what I love about OBS, guys. That's what I keep talking to you about. OBS is like a one-stop shop. It has a merch store as well. And it has actually a lot of the same products. But from what I can see yesterday, I wanted to punch the merch store real hard because I made 3 products, nice and easy. and then all of a sudden you're like making a product and then the picture doesn't show up, and you think, oh, okay, this one's glitchy. Because they had like they had 4 types of spiral binders in the merch store. But there's nothing worse than you're trying to bring in the picture and it just doesn't show up. It will make it, and then you go, oh, well, that didn't belong there, did it? Like, it showed up right in the middle of the zipper. And you're like, because it just doesn't show up. So I don't know what. I went to my desktop and I was like, well, maybe it's because I'm doing it from my iPad and it's not, it was working perfectly. And then, so I hit the message to message the OBS person. And of course, I get the message back saying, I'm sorry, that's a technical issue. You're going to have to email this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, I don't got time for this stuff. But OBS is like your one-stop shop, really. It really, truly is. It's like now that they've made it so that you can bring in, like before you couldn't just bring in Deb or Adam. You would have to like go through Discord or whatever and do it that way. But now they've made it with their, whatever it's called, Cam Collab or whatever. And so now you can do that. But the thing is that it is a lot more advanced than any, like StreamYards is 1% compared to what StreamYards is like 1% compared to what Streamlabs is. Streamlabs is like, how Streamlabs is in here and it's doing stuff, and it will sit there and tell you when somebody's bought something from the merch store, and it will come up right in our chat that somebody's purchased something from the merch store and stuff like that. Streamlabs is way cooler. But it's just a matter of me having to understand it all first. And honestly, it hurts my brain. You guys, on learning all this stuff over, like, just learning to tweet and all that stuff again, and all these things that I avoided for all those years makes me want to kick myself now, because I could have been with the cool kids and I could have learned Snapchat because I had an account when it came out, but I never used it. And I was just like, no, I don't need anything else. I got my Messenger, I got this, I got that. I don't need all this crap. Then Twitter come out, freaking Snapchat, TikTok, blah, blah, blah.
But now we have younger people to tell us how to do it.
I know. I wish.
I'm like, Alex, just go do this for me.
I know. Like, yeah, right. Exactly. I need someone that's more technically inclined. I can do it. It's just that it's always a lot. Do you understand? Like, it's not just one thing. It's like, okay, now I got to set up the merch line. Now I got to set up the payment thing. Now I got to set up this. Now I got to figure out how to do this and that. Okay, so honestly, I was never a paperwork person. And this is like doing paperwork tenfold. Wait, pumpkin patch? Yeah. Don't forget, you guys, Halloween night will be our Halloween party. Adam's going to come as himself, or maybe he ordered his.
Scary enough.
Yeah. Do you have any guess what I'm going to be? Come on, Adam. Cancer. Come on, dude. Are you going to be a psychic or an oracle? Oh my God, Adam, I love you. Thank you so much.
Am I right?
You are right. I'm going to be an oracle. You know what? Alex kept calling me an oracle. I'm going to run with that. I'm going to be an oracle. Oracle of Delphi, people. So I'm going to be an oracle. Yep. Going to go to that darn dollar store because I'm going to use all that money that obviously we're hoarding in our pockets. I'm going to use all that money and I'm going to hit up the dollar store. And I'm going to buy me that dollar freaking facial stuff and a dollar crown. And yeah, I'm just going to go way overboard. I might spend $10. Okay. I know it's a lot. But I'm going to do it for the sake of taking one for the team.
I thought about just shutting my camera off and then smoking in my garage and then coughing hysterically every once in a while. And then we'd all know who that was.
Or you can use a really bad filter and look like a pig. Who was that? Yeah. Morticia. Yeah, hoping Adam will be a male dancer for you ladies on Halloween night.
It's not a comment. It's not a roast.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear me sing or dance. Trust me.
Who dis? Who the frick is who dis? She said you're adorable. Adorable
She's an adorkable oracle.
Adorkable. There we go. There's that word.
Miss
Not
Adorkable, the Oracle.
Oh, who dis? I mean, come here. Come to Canada. Come on, girl. I love you. Get over here. I'm gonna buy some boxing gloves now. That's what I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna be like the Rocky.
Deb's gonna come in angel wings and like an angelic look, and we're
Yeah,
gonna
watch her float in. You know, she'll just float. Actually, I feel like that's like peace, not silence. Actually,
I actually think Deb would make a good Glinda, the Good Witch.
Ooh, I mean, her
Wouldn't
broom
she?
does come in different colors. Remember?
She didn't know she had a wand and a bubble.
Yeah, yeah. But don't forget. So yeah, Halloween night. You know, it's going to be a party, and it's not going to be like in depth talking about Delphi and stuff. We're just going to have fun with it. I'm going to ask Adam like 10 questions or something, and he has to tell the truth and the whole truth, not the truth. Right, Adam?
No. Oh, did I get it wrong already?
Yeah, you got it wrong already. Okay, so this question: has anybody here in Indiana been able to see Mr. and Mrs. Steve while they are here? Yeah, Deb, actually, Laura.
Okay. And that was what I was going to talk about earlier too.
See, look at there. She is right there. Look at. I had dinner with them.
And I it wasn't my information to put out, but I guess Randy did a live earlier tonight. I already put out, but Randy met Steve and his wife at the bridge today, along with someone else. And I do have it on good authority that only one person crossed the bridge.
Yeah,
so
only one person.
I was proud of Steve.
Oh, nice. Metal Mama, get the hell out of my brain.
But I heard he cried for a few hours after.
Do you know how many people have referenced me to Joan Jett? But anyway, sorry about that, Steve. We're taking away from your bridge Tarzan moment there. I can hardly wait to see it, so I don't really want to even talk about it too much because I want to see it. I want to see this. And I bet you any money.
I hope they have a safe drive home tomorrow. I believe they're headed home tomorrow. So.
Yeah, Steve. Well, I think what happened there was Mrs. Steve ran across the bridge, and then Steve crawled across the bridge. I think that
she had to go out and rescue him.
Yeah. And then she came back, right? She's probably lapping him, actually. She's probably like, come on, honey, let's go. You know? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that when that happened, yeah. Oh, Deb's notepad. Oh, yeah, let's show Deb's notepad. Let's quickly do that too. Okay, let's take a look at Deb's notepad.
She's so focused on herself.
It's Deb, and it's about dinner, and it's about her notepad. Let's see if I can share this. Okay. Yeah, well, yes, I can. Let's take this down so Deb doesn't have to look at that.
The notebook she's selling is pre-filled out with the things she wants you to know about her. She's like, Deb is wonderful. Aspen and Sunny are really mean.
Something like that. Where's Deb's notepad? There it is. I hid Blaine stuff, you guys, on there for good reasons. Although there was one person that did order a shirt, Stephanie. Thank you very much. And yeah, so we'll honor Blaine without any drama to it, and we'll see. But anyways, yeah, this is Deb's notepad here. They finally made it. Finally, really came out nice, Deb. Like it really did. Yeah, came out nice. For some reason, whatever reason, we submitted this how many times, Deb? Like at least 3. And then this was like the 4th time, and they finally made it. Right, Deb? Great job, though. I think that looks great. Yeah, that's really nice. Really nice. And yeah, add to cart. No, just kidding. And again, right, you guys come check out this thing. All you have to do is hit exclamation bio in here, and it will take you to the 4th wall, which the bio will be in the description of this video as well. Anyways, right, and there's like the Abby and Libby colored one as well. Did we look at that before? I can't remember. Yeah. Anyways, it's just got Abby and Libby today's the day in the corner. And remember, you guys can get different colors. It's just very subtle, you know.
I love that one.
You
Yeah,
know?
Green Star, you already we had already discussed that. You know, I doubt there'll be very little discussion about anything to do with Delphi tomorrow because it's an ongoing separate court case. So I would not expect to hear hardly anything about Delphi tomorrow. If I'm wrong, then I mean I would like to be wrong, but
I don't think we'll hear much about Delphi tomorrow.
that would be that just they're not going to do that.
No. So, Morning Glory, no, you did not miss a snitch list. Most people that came into the live, the first hour or so was talking about Blaine and drugs and addictions and stuff like that. I won't be showing the snitch list. I will be telling you that, it's just, I feel like the whole moment was somewhat ruined a little bit because the live was going to be about Delphi. And I don't want to say ruined, but you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you had a plan in your head and then because of it being more of a sad day today, it kind of makes me go, nah, nah. So the snitch list was given to me. Now, I want to say that this snitch list, basically, you guys know how there's a list that goes around with the BG. This is the same thing with the snitch list. It was created with all the people that were snitches. There's the paid informants, and there's talking to someone. There's tipped in. There's snitches. Stitches get stitches. That there's the paid informants, and there's the people that really need help maybe getting out of a situation that are those informants. So you got your paid informants that will actually work for them. The ones that want to maybe get out of some trouble become informants. And then there's like the tipped in ones, which are the ones that will, just, tip in information. So there's this great grand old list. And I'm going to say it this way. So everyone knows, if anyone's in here watching and they know my line of thinking when it comes to the whole Garrett Kurtz line, I've always said about the revenge motive. And I'm just going to say that the same person that not to accuse the family of partaking in anything to do with the murders, absolutely not. 000. But my line has always been was that it was revenge against Derek, because it's been said multiple times about being a snitch and turning people in. So I'm just going to tell you what was said to me. He is on the list for snitches, along with a lot of other names that I recognize. And I recognize those other names because when you stalk people's Facebooks and you literally dig for the truth, you come across a lot of certain names and you're like, oh, you made it to the list too, did you? Okay. So anyways, so his name is on the list, and this is what I was told by someone that knows him, was that, how do I say this in the best way I can, I guess, is that he was snitching out Kurtz, Paladinos, anyone that he could say a name to, that it was said that he was snitching out names that he didn't even need to snitch out, all the way to the Mexican mafia was what it was said. And that Mexican mafia would never do something with how the girls were murdered. So it would never make it to that level. But it was said that, yes, he was snitching on people.
Right.
He was snitching on...
In the opinion of the person that wrote this list.
No, that's not right. So the list was written. It's like meaning, so the list was started. Not sure who started the list. So it has a list of paid informants on it. So said person knew Derek German, and I specifically asked said person if this was true. I wanted to know if I was barking up the wrong tree and perhaps whatever. So I said, is this true about the snitching? the person said, absolutely, this is correct. This person said that he was snitching everyone out. So my thing is this. No one ever deserves to have what happened to Abby and Libby at all. This is not against Derek German, but it's for the fact that when you're in drugs and when you're in stuff like this, and this has always been my line, but this doesn't still mean I am correct, but it really does put a lot more weight to the whole line that I've been going down with Garrett Kurtz, Keegan Dunker, the whole Paladinos, meaning it all makes sense because Garrett Kurtz murdered 2 people that we know of. He's been accused of the murder of Nicole Bowen. It doesn't make any sense that someone would kill a couple of people and then the girls would be found on Ron Logan's land just coincidentally without him being in there. Like, meaning that's one of the most strongest leads off somebody. But I just believe that the problem here lies with is that when Garrett Kurtz was brought to the forefront, which we all know that a whole new sketch came out in 2019. And Garrett Kurtz came out right around that time, that whole Ashley Garth, Garrett Kurtz thing. And nothing really became of Garrett Kurtz. So people kind of dismissed that whole line of thinking because everyone kept wanting to think that Garrett Kurtz was the bridge guy, which is not true. Keegan Dunker is on the bridge that day. Garrett Kurtz, good buddy. You know, the one that has his 6, the one that you never hear his name come out of his mouth, even though he talks about all the other people, you know, that person. When I even heard that Garrett Kurtz had murdered 2 people, it just, there's no way to me that it wouldn't have been likely that Garrett Kurtz didn't have some role to play in this. Well, I think Garrett Kurtz himself has made that pretty clear because he's talked of a murder tape. He's talked about Jason Palladino. We've seen a cryptic note. We've seen KD is the bomb. We've seen Jason Palladino's note on there. We've seen from Nick the message about how Sheena's saying that that Sheena was high and was at Nick's house or apartment when Ashley Garth and Garrett was there. Why do you think Garrett Kurtz would fail that polygraph test? Well, probably the same reason that Keegan Kline does, because they just cannot stop lying regardless. But there's truth in some of that too. They're not 100% lying, but there's no way he's going to fail that because obviously in 2017 in the summer, yeah, then if you have someone that's being told, let's say, right, approximate time, Nick said was about August of 2017, of course he's going to fail because he was there when Sheena Cottrell said that. Yeah. So it's all about the fact to me that there's one person, there's somebody that went to Keegan Kline, that knew Keegan Kline, knew of his account, was asked to use that. I still believe it's going to be the fact that Tony, and I bet you, and like my own thinking here, guys, is that I don't believe that TK, myself, or Twinkie Boy were at the bridge. I don't. It could be true. But I think that it was Keegan Kline being used for his purpose to use Libby or to lure Libby, but that the vendetta was against the father, and that the CSAM came into it because obviously if said person, let's just hypothetically say that a Palladino or Garrett Kurtz through his line there knew all about Keegan Kline, which I'm pretty sure that's definitely there. If he knew Pope Joyce, I'm pretty sure that Garrett Kurtz would have known Keegan Kline as well. He's kind of that friend that's everyone's friend. We know what Chris Mathis has said, that, hey, you know, look what happened in Delphi. Look what happened in Delphi. And he goes on to talk about his girls, how he's afraid to say something because you can't protect him. You know, he can reach out and touch anyone. I asked said person, who do you think is the stronger person of the two? When I say stronger, I'm talking about the strongest link. Like, who would do this? Who would go to Keegan Kline? Would it be from the Palladino side? Would that be the more scarier side? Or does Garrett Kurtz know the more scarier side? Person didn't know. She placed her bat sessions on Paladinos, if anybody. And I would be in almost agreement, but I can kind of get torn too, because I never know which line it is. Is it from the Palladino side? Is it from the Garrett Kurtz side? That they knew of Kagan Klein's, got him to do that. But because of the ski mask incident, because they probably wanted that phone, the ski mask, Libby's friend, they probably were trying to get at that phone because it had some evidence, obviously, on it that they didn't want, obviously. That because of that, then it opened up the CSAM. So I still feel like it's two parallel cases that connected because the Anthony Shots account was used for the lure, but it went back over to a CSAM case. So I see it as two different flows, but it really flowed off of Anthony Shots account, which flowed from the Delphi murders, and then separately, but obviously the same, into the CSAM. That's how I see it. I'm not going to be showing the list. I would be a complete idiot if I showed the list of, if you got somebody else has it out there, great. But I'm not going to show a list with a bunch of informants' names on it. That would just be irresponsible of me. But because this has been talked about many times, I've heard it many times, I've been told many times about the snitching. And it's one of those things is that, regardless as a parent, right? We're not going to know everything our child does or what the depth of it was, just like no one knew the depth of Abby or Libby, until it came out later about Anthony Shots account and different stuff like that. So this is not to take away by no means the Patties or the Germans. No. This is about the truth being told, the truth coming out. I'm still not even going to say that my line's 100% correct. I can't say that. I cannot say that. But it definitely holds weight to everything that I've seen for attachments. It makes the most sense still. And so when I heard that not only did this person snitch, they were just snitching. And then you have Fouts, who's giving Derek German these ridiculous deals for time. Everyone knows by looking at Derek German's time that he definitely cut a deal because anyone with what he had, would have done way more time. So it would be highly unlikely if Fouts really had any, because why would you give Derek German, say, a deal and yet be part of the Delphi murder? So that wouldn't make sense to me. Being part of a possible CSAM ring or sex ring, absolutely. Don't know where it all plays into each other. But it wouldn't make sense if the same judge that's giving him a deal had something to do with the actual murders of Abby and Libby. That wouldn't make sense to me. That wouldn't make sense to you either, would it, Adam?
No.
It doesn't. So my line will still hold true to me the strongest. It doesn't mean I'm not looking elsewhere to what Adam, the path that Adam looks down.
Well, I'm just wherever the evidence leads.
That's
my comment earlier was that we're you and I are the same as far as like we insist on validating information that we're given, and anytime we're given a list or something like that, the only reason I said we didn't know where it came from exactly is because we don't know the exact origin of it. So yes, so it makes sense the names that are on it, yes. But we didn't put them on there, and we can't 100% say who put them on there.
It's not.
That's the only reason I was saying that.
Yeah, it's not an official document. What I thought you were saying was the person that was talking to me was the same person that wrote it.
No.
Okay, that's what I thought I heard. That's why
I was just trying to make it clear that we weren't trying to say this was an official document that we had from the police or something that we don't know where it came from.
I was gonna say, the document that's on the thumbnail is the actual document I received in a sense, the actual. But I blurred it so that if you tried to enlarge it, you still couldn't make out shit. Because obviously I don't want to put people's names like that. There's a shitload of people's names on there. And a lot of them, a lot of you might recognize. I definitely recognize.
Lisa.
Lisa was definitely on it. Lisa, I hope this doesn't blow your cover. By no means. I mean, we'll have to give you a new name. And this part did make me laugh. I was told that he was so busy snitching that he was actually she said that everyone knew that this one guy was an undercover officer and that he snitched him out too. And I was like dying laughing, and I was like, wait a second, are we talking about the undercover officer that got killed? Is that the same one? Which I don't know. I still need to wait to see if that is even the same person that she was referring to back then. The one that later on in 2021 died. I think his name was Greg France. I don't know how to pronounce his last name properly. All I'm saying is that, I've personally myself have been down a path for well before Deb and Adam came along. My theory has never changed. Not even when Kagan Klein came into the picture. It's never changed. In fact, it's just gotten stronger, to be honest with you. So knowing that name was on the list and knowing that this person actually knew him as well, personally, and because I've already heard it from another person in the family, that I just wanted to know some truth. I wanted to know if I was on the wrong path or if I was on the right path, because we've been hearing it for so long that it's just, I wanted to know more truth to it. So it still makes sense to me about the revenge motive, even if it doesn't to somebody else, it doesn't matter. The point is that I search for truth. We all search for truth, and everyone wants the truth. And there's no other reason I would even be here at all if I didn't care about the girls, first of all, for justice. I've said this, said person knows I've said this to them. I have a personal contract between me and the girls that I made, and I promised that I would not give up because Libby left that distorted, blurry videotape that was still a gem to me. Whatever purpose, reason, or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's my contract to the girls that I would not give up on them, that I would see justice through. I don't know if the true justice will ever come out once I see how corrupt Carroll County is and corrupt. Do you know what I mean? This will really sadden me to the core. Do you know if JP is connected to this group, Julian Powell? Let me put it this way. I think it would be very strange that Mr. JP, if you're talking about Julian Powell, was on the bridge on February 12th, the day before, with his camera. And yet the crime scene and the BG has cameras. That would be very strange. Again, I know I did that live and where Alex was on it, and I did a condensed version of the facts, in a sense, and the whole line of this. Julian Powell fixed Kagan Klein's computers. Julian Powell had a computer business or whatever. So he knows the Kleins. He knows the Kleins because Adam, remind me, it's his dad that was
Julian Powell's dad dated Callista Schatz.
Callista Schatz, right?
Across the street from across the street from the Kagan and Tony Klein.
Right. So all I can think in my head when I think about the pig at the crime scene, the pig in Keegan Dunker's hand, I think of what poor Libby was called, and I think of all these things. The cat that looks like it's staring at Libby at the crime scene, and just for that person, and he knows exactly who he is, Curly, to put out crime scene photos like what you did that are not of Libby was disgusting. You literally put out somebody else's, probably somebody that I don't know if it was real, But how low can you sink to literally put out what you think is Libby's crime scene photos, like the actual crime scene photos? I'm literally taking like colored images, and I don't even like to show that part, and so I cut it off typically with to show the knife. You're literally putting out pictures that you believe are from the crime scene, dude.
I mean, Laura Ingalls Wilder's brother that couldn't see could have looked at that picture and told you that
Any
was
idiot that saw that pictures would have went, that's not even Libby. But who? Trigger warning, you know. Oh, as fast as those pictures went up, yeah, he took some slack for that. They came down. I just remembered that because someone sent me that, and I'm just like, really? I mean, you can tell right away it's not even her, but really? So someone threw leaves on themselves, you know? Here, let's take some pictures and post them and act like they're.
Yeah.
That's what
another Where's Waldo?
Yeah, right. What a freaking joke. What a joke, to be honest with you. But anyways,
but I'll pray for you.
Yeah, we'll pray for you. That you're going to be a better human being.
Only one way to go.
Yeah, and it's well, he's gonna go there first and go back out. So anyway, so it would. I mean, how many times do you have to say small town America? How many times do you have? How many times does somebody named Garrett Kurtz talk about Paladinos? Then Nick Edwards brings it to light. There's a cryptic note, Paladinos. We're talking about someone that works, lives around, and even Steve himself said it about when you realize how hard it is to find that space for the Monon High Bridge, you know, about it being a local. Yeah. Freaking somebody that lived in or around that knew the bridge, you know, that knew that area, right? Garrett Kurtz, right? Keegan Dunker, you know, right? Paladinos, right? Even the friends, Michaela Babcock, all you guys that partied over there, did your drugs and stuff like that. The one that Garrett talks about, remember? You know, all those people. So, meaning, like I said, you'll never hear Keegan Dunker's name come out of Garrett Kurtz's mouth. And I saw someone make a comment about, I hope Keegan Dunker sues Sonny. Yes, by all means, Keegan Dunker. Come sue me, dude. Come sue me. Because it'll be a frosty day in hell that I'm wrong with you. But again, I'm not going to place them as being the killer of Abby and Libby. Not my job. And it's not even that I know that that's true. I probably, thank you, Barley. Hope, hey guys, hope all is well. Late night tuning in, 14-hour night at work. Anything new coming out? Yes, tomorrow is Kagan Klein's preliminary. One of them, I guess. Can't say. Oh, no, honestly. And you know what? People want to go down that whole Ron Logan thing. You know what? You might as well go visit Mars at the same time that you're still thinking it's Ron Logan, to be honest. I'm just being a truthologist here, okay? Thank you so much, Barley. You've been a supporter with us. Thank you so much. Sonny, do you think Kagan is just a patsy? Yes, I do, actually. Like, are you talking about Keegan or Kagan? Which one? You're talking about?
We know that Kagan Klein is.
Kagan Klein is definitely, I think.
But we know that he is guilty of what he's being put on court for, in charged with for C-SPAN, because you know the pictures are all over his computer. We know that he's guilty of that, so he's not guilty for anything to do with the C-SPAN.
Mm-hmm. Again, so if you're talking about KK versus KD, I just think it's one of those things that karma reared its head when the time was right, and that because of the ski mask incident, it brought out the CSAM, which in sense flowed into Delphi. So it's kind of like someone, in a sense, having the cake and eating it too, getting two for the price of one, in a sense, that two things are coming out of this. That's how I see it. That one flowed in with the other one, and everything's being brought to light, and it's just going to be brought to light. I'm just wondering how much truth is going to come out of it when all is said and done. Because again, I'll sit here and I'll be so pissed if the truth is only partial. Because that's, you know what? Nothing will be able to do about it.
It'll come out because there will be a million defense attorneys dying to get their name in the spotlight that would be willing to take this to appeal after appeal after appeal. It's so I mean the state of Indiana is regardless going to have their hands full, regardless whoever they make an arrest with the BG, because it will be under constant speculation.
Yeah. When it said that Libby was talking to a younger person that was 19 years old on Snapchat, there is truth to that. You know how people use certain things? It's kind of like how I feel about the whole Emily Ann 45 Adam, about that. Hey, it's Adam, and he happened to be the same age, and he happened to be the neighbor, and everything just kind of attaches itself somehow. So even if it wasn't that neighbor, it's people use things because at the time they're not really they're not thinking like rocket scientists here.
Well, we know the clients use names that mean something to them. They're their name is Emily Ann. It's a natural
thing to do.
Right.
It's a natural thing to do. It's no different than Judge Fouts using Michael Morrow. And if you look up Michael Morrow, there's an attachment to Fouts with the last name Morrow in his friends list there. Actually, I think it even goes.
I often use the name Hemsworth when I use a fake name.
So it's just a common thing. So you guys, at the end of the day, will come to find out that Kagan Dunker was 19 years old. That was truly his age. All these guys were 19 years old. These are the people that hung out at the bridge. Michaela Babcock, all these people, right? So when people want to think it's Ron Logan or, that's just
right. When Anthony Schatz was 19,
it's just again, you guys, I can say this till I'm blue in the face, and either you can see the truth or not to it. But when you have so much stuff that stacks up, Mandy, God, you are so loved. Thank you.
Thank you, Mandy.
And thank you, LJ. When you have so much stuff that stacks up, starting from Garrett Kurtz, starting to Ron Logan's land that the girls were found on, starting to the Paladinos out of Garrett Kurtz's mouth, starting with Sheena Cottrell that was mentioned, that Nick Edwards even pulled out the truth only a couple months ago now, right? Where it's like, he's telling truth. Why would he sit there and say the Palladino's name why?
Wait, what did you say, Sonny?
Okay.
What did I missed what you said.
Why would Nick talk about the Palladinos at all if there was no truth to it? Why would he even be that stupid to bring out something's name? But the thing is that it was Garrett Kurtz that brought out the name first. Garrett Kurtz. It's only recently in the last few months that Nick just answered, and I'll be forever grateful for that. But it's not like I didn't know the line. He just added more to the truth of what was already there. Again, you take a pig that somebody's holding up, you take a cryptic note, you take the Palladino name, you put this shit all together in one big puzzle. It's so close. The only thing that's missing for me is who's that person that said to Kagan Klein, let's use this account to use Libby, to talk to Libby through. It's Kurtz or Palladinos. Probably. I'm torn, man. I keep wanting to say Kurtz, but that's the only person I need to know. Go ahead. What, Adam?
Thank you again, R. Barley. And you said it, not me.
What? What?
I was thanking R. Barley for the comment.
Oh, yeah. What does it say? Yeah, I think KK was set up to lure Libby. I don't know about being set up, but probably some Dinero's in it, that's how I think about the BG as well. If anyone even says that he's smart, no, it makes my brain hurt when I hear that, because he's not the mastermind. He's not the mastermind. Set up to lure Libby there by others. He had no clue what was about to happen, and he might not have. I find that he might not have. I mean, at the end of the day, there could be truth to that. This wasn't supposed to happen, and it turned into something, there is a chance that that still is plausible. I think the ski mask stuff was BS to set him up to a bigger part of a plan. Well, the ski mask stuff is what led to the I get what you're saying there, but the ski mask is what led to the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
the allegation of the ski mask is what they told Kagan led to something.
The CSAM and
that poor girl was the victim of something horrible, and no one deserved to have a ski mask person outside of their house. So I feel bad that girl experienced that.
Well, at the end of the day, like I said, it's a very strange thing when you think about it. When you put things in perspective and wipe away all the crock of shit stuff out there, and you put it into perspective, it really is very strange that a ski mask incident happens, and someone from the Anthony Shots accounts connects to that person under the ski mask, from the sleepover. So the said Kagan Klein knows this family, but they don't know that he's Anthony Shots. And so what was it, Adam? Like within 24 hours, all of a sudden the ski mask incident happens.
Right.
So basically,
and I have to be very careful, because I don't want to end up on another Reddit thread where people are,
Oh yeah. You know what? So I'll
yeah.
speak to.
I have to be very careful with,
Yeah, I know.
I will say that ski mask incident, however you feel about it, is a tragedy regardless of what happened. But it is a very critical part to this story. Yeah. And it's been the biggest anomaly in the entire case. And the case is full of anomalies.
Hi, Chaotic Beauty. Yeah. And that's just it.
I stand by that.
For me, it's One Piece. Doug Carter, kiss my butt, dude. I love you, but kiss my butt. One Piece Away happened a long time ago. And you were full of it then. But you were just doing what you needed to do. I get it. One Piece Away. No, it's very, you can see now in hindsight, it wasn't One Piece Away. Because heaven forbid that they knew that all this was going to explode. Hence why they kept asking people, hey, if you know this account, call us, call the tip line, let us know, because they're trying to find the answer. I want to know that one person who literally asked Kagan Klein, or if it was even Kagan Klein himself that suggested it himself, because it was all part of a group thing, which it is. Who's that one person that started the wheels in motion? And it's not the bridge guy. It is not the bridge guy.
Hey, Chaotic.
There's somebody. There's a person that has money. Somebody that either has money, but there's one person. There's someone that started the wheels in motion, and it started from the Kagan Klein side to get that account to start it. In a sense, that's what got the wheels in motion. Obviously, something happened before that to create what had happened to the girls. That's the one person I need to know. I know that.
Can I ask, our Barley, is this your opinion, or do you have information that you think, that ties to that? Just curious. But feel free to email me if you'd like to share anything with me privately.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
I might be able to answer a question or two for you as well.
Yeah. I mean, I absolutely get what Barley's saying, or what he's alluding to, for sure. To reverse it, to misdirect it back.
But it's not necessarily because the circles. Yeah. The circles can be intertwined.
Yeah.
So
if
you would like my email, just let me know.
Yeah. And at Crime and Shame, is scrolling across the bottom too. If you want to reach out to us, absolutely. I would like them to ask if any older contact online asked you to wipe your phone, right?
I just wonder how many kids in rural Indiana have an old phone sitting in their, like Becky Patty said, in a drawer somewhere.
Yeah.
With a message on it from Anthony Shots that they don't even realize or they don't remember.
Yeah. Because there's lots of people out there.
Because I know I personally talked to 2 people that have found them.
Yeah. I mean, this is, hold on, I think my thing's screwing up again. Like, it's because I moved away. Boom, boom. Okay. I think that, I mean, most of these people that were probably in the, not all, but in the Dropbox, like, or whatever it was, sending nudes and whatever, I think a lot of them are in the Indiana area. So I would hope that most of them know of this case or are very much aware of it. But there's people out there that probably aren't, you know, that aren't even, you know what I mean? You can ask someone, do you know about the Delphi murders? And you can still be in Indiana and never heard of it, in a sense. Because some people it just seems hard to believe because it's so focused on. But it wouldn't shock me if there's people out there that do have something that's never been turned in, or maybe they just don't want to be part of it, you know?
Or like I said, or they don't even realize they have that piece that they have something from him on a phone they haven't seen in 5 years.
Yeah.
But
so yeah.
Did I mention to everyone that I know you know, Sunny, that what I'm going to in December that I'm really excited about?
Yeah, tell everybody.
So there's an event happening in I don't know fully everything about it, but there's an event happening in Orlando. No, it's Atlanta in December, and I think there's only like 50 people going to be there. I don't know if it's a dinner or what, but it's like a 3.5-4 hour thing with like 8 tables, and it's called Life After Delphi, and it's an evening with Kelsey German. And so I got my ticket last night, and I'm excited. I don't know what to expect, but
yeah. So you said if anyone else wanted to go,
yeah,
at least
I sent some people. I'm going to be at table 2 because you had to pick your seat. Like only like 8 or 9 tables, so it's a very small event.
Yeah.
But
somebody go with Adam. I wish I could.
Right. I was talking to a few people earlier today, but Steve is right there. I know. So, you know, I know he's on the trip now, but I was like, I mean, that's in his backyard, basically.
Yeah.
It might be sold out. I don't know, but
that's
chaotic.
Cool.
I was trying to talk chaotic and Mel into going, and Sloopy, and Deb and you, but
you know, I'd be there in a sec, man.
I know it's a 4-hour drive for me. It's not for y'all.
Yeah, that's right across clear of. Yeah.
I get it, but you know, what would be more fun than sharing a hotel room with me?
I know, dude. I would have so
much
much fun.
With like, you know, Amy.
Yeah, and then we might have dinner with Deb, maybe.
Well, yeah, she's gonna pay for the hotel room. I'm kidding.
Somebody has to. It's not gonna be us, right? It's gonna be Deb.
I'll just go. I'll crash with Steve at the lake.
Yeah. Let me think here. I'm just glassing out. Yeah, we gotta do that properly, Adam. Glass up for all those people. Our barley. This one's for you, dude. This one's for Candace West, and well, for everybody, to be honest with you. But especially for them, because usually when there's a donation, we've lost. Not always, but sometimes we let them build up and then gloss.
But we can just gloss for the 153 people that are sitting here and chat with us tonight. So.
You guys, I'm going to drop the bio thing again so that you can follow on Twitter, Instagram. You can follow our Facebook page. You can make a donation for Blaine Nelson's children for Christmas, okay? Christmas is like a huge thing for me. Love Christmas. It makes me so sad. I can't talk about Blaine anymore today because it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I can think
That's
about
what
it.
Sunday
But I can't.
for.
Yeah, Sunday. Anyways, if you do want to help out, not with the funeral costs there, that's going to be a different link. This is specifically for.
That'll go directly to the funeral home.
Yeah, that's different. Correct. So yeah, but the bio link or whatever. I mean, it takes you to my meme page. You guys don't. For any of you guys don't know that I have. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. That was a good sneeze. Thanks. For any of you guys don't know that I have a meme page. I call it a meme. But I have a meme page. It has about almost 11K followers, to be honest with you. It's on there as well, along with my Strike a Pose Creations website, which is the one that does videos. So let's say you love your kids and you take them out for Halloween and you're like, oh my God, it's so cute. It's so cute. Again, I can turn that Halloween event into a beautiful moment in a video that captures it, that you keep as a memory, keepsake for your kids for when they grow up or for yourself, whichever, it doesn't matter. Same thing can happen at any event, to be honest with you. So that's for the Strike a Pose. That's my personal website. And then there's the merch site on there. If you want to get anything, there's some really cute things. 50% of the proceeds from the Abby and Libby line, of course, will go towards the Memorial Park for Abby and Libby. And yeah. And how are your Halloween decorations looking? At Chaotic.
I sent her a style design yesterday that I thought would be a good idea, but
Oh. Okay, let me just take a look at that.
what happened?
No. Just an incoming message came in.
Hmm.
Let me just take a look there. Just if you can just look at the thing, just give me 1 sec, Adam. I'll be right back.
Streamlabs with a nice compliment. Oh, Never Silent said I'd work full 2 shifts at different jobs today. Someone needs to remind me the next time that's not allowed. Yeah. Never Silent, you work so hard, and I know a lot of what you do is not even for benefit for yourself, so commend you for that. Chaotic said, Lisa, they are good. I just have final lightning details left and then try to film the house tour. I do hope, Chaotic, that, for those of us that are not going to be in Indiana on the 22nd, that you will be live streaming this Halloween party, for the select few of us that can want to watch a private live. I'm already caught up in the chat now, so. Diana Blake said, sorry, but if we don't know where the list came from, how do we validate it and why should we believe it? We don't personally, take anything 100% until we can validate it. That's why she's not going to show you the list. But the names that are on it do line up a lot with some of the research she's been doing. So it's a lead that she's looking into, but no, we would never, put something out as fact that we didn't know the origin from, or that it was fact. But we can look into it, I hope that makes sense. I will see if I can make that happen. Okay. I hope chaotic, or I'll just show up at your house. Oh my gosh, so dirty. So,
Sorry,
Kiana,
Adam. Give me a sec.
yeah. Kiana, did you go to the concert or no? Or should I just look at Messenger? While we're waiting, does anyone want to tell me what they're dressing up like for Halloween? I'll give you my honest opinion if I think it's dumb or not. I want to see pictures. Yeah, I should probably start hitchhiking now, though. Because I don't. The airline tickets did not get a dime cheaper. I know from the time we've been looking. Why it would cost $450 to fly from Charlotte, North Carolina to Indianapolis. I don't know, in a coach seat, but I cannot wait to see your Halloween decorations.
Let's see here. Anyways, said person that just sent me that message. I only seen it come in, and I honestly don't know where it came in from. I was looking in my email. Could you email me, said person that I saw a message come in about PayPal or whatever? Just email me at acrowningshame@gmail.com. I'm not sure where I seen that message come in from. Like, I honestly, social media drives me crazy. Where did I see it? I don't know. I seen it come in, then the thing disappeared. I'm not sure.
So you got a PayPal donation from someone?
Well, there's nothing in the PayPal. So, like, there's nothing new in the PayPal.
Yes, it would be cheaper to drive, but I lost the company. My ex got the car in the split, so I didn't have to rent a car, and car rentals are like $350 right now.
Just trying to see.
And I don't really want to drive to Indiana. My ADD would not handle that well. I would get to like West Virginia and just be like, I'm gonna stop. This is scary enough.
I totally suck at maneuvering around Facebook too. Like, I really do. I just there's too much social media stuff. And oh, okay, hold on. I see a message here. What does this one say?
Well, you're doing that to me. I'm taking you to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me just scroll down. I wonder. No, that wouldn't make sense. Because I don't see it. Said person, did it go to the Bless Your Caring Hearts one? How? I can't even keep track of my own stuff. Let me take a look here. You guys talk amongst yourselves for a second. Oh, I'm just gonna message her. I think it was like 3 a.m, and I was setting up that whole bio link thing. You know, it's like I was doing a lot of different things. I was like, looking at Blaine's pictures on his Facebook. Then I don't know, I was just doing a multitude of different things. Just distractions, right? Distractions. So I was setting up that whole, came across the bio link. And I was like, I remember seeing it on Mel's site, and I remember Adam saying something about it. It's a good little thing, though. I think it's really cool to have all your stuff that pops up so that when you drop it, you can follow me, go to my Twitter, go to the Facebook page, go to my Instagram, which I barely use, but I try. One day I'll get better at all this social media stuff. I'm really not the greatest, I got OBS, freaking Facebook, Twitter. I got TikTok even. And then I got like 4 Facebook pages. Suzanne Morphia, my meme one. It's a crime and shame one. And then my regular one. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I'll figure that out in a bit with you on that one to said person. I just don't want to say it right now until I figure it out. But of course, your generosity is greatly appreciated for the kids. Anyways, is there anything else? Because we're gonna get going here anyway, you guys. It's 10:17. My husband has to work in the morning, and what is today? Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday. Yeah. It's just sad that people have to try to distract from good things, But whatever. Well, you roll with the punches. Life goes on, doesn't it? We'll wait for Adam to get back, but I think we're going to wrap this up. So unless you guys have any more questions, again, as for that snitch list, I never planned on showing it. It was just a matter of that a certain person's name was on the snitch list and being said. So I felt like that was important to say because it's been something that's been talked about many, many, many times over. And then I actually was given a list.
Oh, did you say anything while I was demonstrating?
No, I was just saying that we're gonna wrap it up here, and
and Mandy, I'm not sure. You've asked that question a few times. I'm not sure if it's the one I'm thinking. I'm not sure if that name is on that list. And like I said, we don't have any proof that the list we don't know how it was vetted. But
okay, hold on.
It's 10 o'clock, Jacqueline. Eastern Standard Time.
Let me go through my OBS.
And I do have a feeling there will be some people there to witness and just sit in the gallery. I would be there if I lived in Indiana.
Oh, it's linked up to right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that one out about where exactly it went. I'll just have to figure it out.
And Jacqueline, you're in our Facebook group, so I will post in the morning. I will post the court information, like with the time and everything like that before, just to verify. So you'll see it in the Facebook group.
Yeah. you know, the haters can piss off. Um, uh, it's a matter of taking away from Blaine and the memory that should be people respecting somebody's death, and instead of making cheap, useless, ignorant, selfish, self-centering videos and trying to take away from Blaine, or the greed of it. To be honest with you, you try to do something to help people, um, and yeah, you know. So we'll do it our way.
And like I said now 3 or 4 times, character is shown through action, and that character has been amply shown on that side. So,
Yeah, that's I mean, that's the truth of the matter.
When you're doing things genuinely and you're honest, you don't have to defend anything.
Well, the thing is that that's the thing, is that I really hate having to even bring it up or talk about it, because I mean, I really could go with doing not talking about it, but by the same token, it's kind of like, it's kind of like when people are saying stuff and you want anyone to watch this video to know that if they come across that trash, that's exactly what it is. It's somebody that's taking clippings from a live, twisting it to their narrative, because they're such pond scum that they feel the need to do something like that and blame somebody. And again, I say to those channels, when you're actually doing something helpful or contributing, or donating money, and giving and stuff like that, then step up and talk. But you're not doing anything.
Or just devote your time to becoming a better creator, because your videos are mediocre. And
at best.
If you're gonna attack me, at least make it interesting. Yeah. I'm bored by the mediocre quality of it.
Yeah. You know what? I do. I internally laugh that someone's life is that pathetic, or those people's lives are that pathetic. That's the route that they need to take in order to whatever. But you always know karma is going to rear its head, and it's going to come bite them in the ass tenfold or 1,000-fold.
What makes it better for them, because
you
don't want to live in a life that miserable.
It's just disheartening, because when people do that, it really takes away. So imagine if something happened to one of their family and we did the same thing and said, hey,
we would never.
Let's raise some money for your family, or da-da-da-da-da-da. But you know what? The first thing out of their mouth would be, well, I'd never be asking for money because I do. Nah, shut up, right? Shut up. Because anyone that gives their time and energy, and uses their time and energy to give people voices, to help people, give them a helping hand, shots fired, like a cup of tea in the shade. Again, doesn't matter if it's me, you guys over there that donate, or you guys that hit the like button or whatever. You guys know your true hearts. You guys know the pureness of who you are, and that nobody can take away from you guys. Just like nobody can take that away from us as a channel, as who we are. And then there's the vultures and the sick.
If you have the type of character that you want to watch a channel like that, and that's what you're entertained by, I have no interest in ever having you over here. So please stay there, because we're not the same kind of people.
I mean, the joke of it is, Adam. This is the joke of it, okay, guys. You're literally watching the lives, coming back to the clips, using our material, act like you don't even watch the lives, yet you sit in here right now watching us. It's comical in that way, because it's so pathetic. Is that you're sitting there bashing us for the stuff that we're saying, and yet you're sitting there watching our lives like losers. Seriously.
Well, usually what stands out to people the most when they see something, the reflection of what is missing in their own life.
I had a beautiful. I remember when Dusty Draper was under attack, and I remember it was called The Man in the Mirror, and that's exactly what it was. He was under attack. Basically, people were donating to him, and then they started thinking that they could tell him what he had to do. And so course, it got, ugly a little bit. And I remember sending him the man in the mirror, and I made a video for him because it's all about that. It's kind of like with my ex-husband here. You want to be nasty? Great. Take on the world and be nasty. Because while you're miserable, I'm sitting here happily married to my husband, and still joking around and doing this stuff and whatever. And yet,
you and I get it. We're big boys and girls.
Yeah.
But the fact that one of Blaine's children or family members saw those videos, and it didn't hurt us, it hurt them.
It didn't. Well, that's the thing.
That's the only reason I felt the need to say anything.
It's the disrespect of somebody that just died, and people are twisting it to their own narrative in a sick way. Like, what low-life people do that? That's what I'm saying. Like, how low of the earth do you have to be? Like, honestly.
I don't think they have a measuring cup to even know how low they are.
This is true. Michael Jackson. Love Michael Jackson.
But I do pray for them because I wouldn't want to live in a life that miserable, and I hope they can find some sort of peace and light in their life.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's whatever. And again,
Anyway.
let's just put this out there again that if you guys even hear Michael Phillips bullshit about Deb threatening him, he made that shit up. Deb said a couple words, wasn't even directed at him, and it was about basically, I can't even remember. It was a joke, to be honest, like not a joke, but it was Michael's twisted it to make it about himself. Yeah, so hilarious you are, dude.
And like I said, anyone that watches this channel, if you were to pick one of the three of us that would threaten someone, I'm pretty sure everyone would agree Deb would be at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, true that. Yeah. Curly J was lying as usual. Curly J.
But that Hamilton sheriff, I want to talk. If he wants to call me tomorrow, I'm available. Michael said the Hamilton County Sheriff was going to be calling me to arrest me.
Oh my God, really? I remember.
Yes, the charges were filed 2 days ago. Apparently, I don't know what charges.
Don't you love it when people just like?
I keep hoping though. I'm like, please. I'm like, I need an in with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department for another reason. So please call me.
Well, because KK was all part of the group in a sense,
Then I could get out in time to go to Chaotic's party on Saturday.
It's true. Revenge could be their motive, but why would serious criminals involve a schlub like KK if the killing is supposed to send a message? Why not just go after the victims directly? Well, this was something that was absolutely planned. Like it was a sit-down planning thing. KK's involvement falls in there. And that, like I said, tell me the person that went to KK. And the thing is that, like, let's just go back to Garrett Kurtz. Garrett Kurtz and Ashley Garth are always in the mix of everything, right? So if Kagan Klein shared a post by Austin Popejoy, which is one of Garrett Kurtz's best friends, along with Keegan Dunker, one of his good friends, and the Popejoys went to school with the Kleins, whatever. Like, it just falls in line with small town America. These like Sheena Cottrell lived a few blocks away. Julian Powell, his dad was with Callista Schatz, whatever. It's just small town America that knows each other, right?
Yes.
And who knows? Like, who knows what Julian Powell's seen in Kagan Klein's computer? Who knows? All you know is that regardless, it's kind of like, I feel like this too. I feel like, for instance, Keegan Dunker didn't know all these people, but Garrett Kurtz probably pulled him in and said, "Hey, dude, can you do this? There's this in it for you," or something. And I just feel like he had a certain role, that he was like the peon. Here's your role, but he's not in the mastermind. Fuck me, no mastermind. Again. I know how much time I put into this. I know how much work I've done on it. The 19-year-old thing will come to fruition. Hopefully it comes out to the limelight. And people want to continue down this, obscure path. You have every right to. I'm just here to try to bring the truth to light. That's it for Abby and Libby. Abby and Libby, you know, at Deb and Adam, same thing, right? Like I said, they're not doing what I'm doing. They do things their way. I'm literally looking at pictures and going through people's Facebooks to the whole connection, because the connection. What?
I do a lot. I mean, I do a lot. I do a lot of that, but
no, but you don't do, like, meaning you look at people's connections in Facebooks for sure for different things.
Right.
If that's normal, but you're not looking and doing those pictures like I am, meaning
right.
I'm on my path, you're on your path, you're looking into this side of things, Deb's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing. My specialty is stalking people's Facebooks or Instagrams, whatever,
right.
and looking at pictures. That's my specialty.
Right. And what a better way to like solve it, and what a better way to look into a case than to have people looking at different aspects of things.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And so together as a team, we combine the information, right? So if Adam comes up with something or has something that's intriguing, it's like, oh, hey, thanks. That's the joy of working with people in a team, is that I'm going this way, Deb's going this way, Adam's going this way, but yet we're working together for the same purpose, of course.
And then also, what do you know about this person? And then the answer we each give each other once a day, or at least once a day, is, oh hell, I know that name. I'm gonna have to go back through all my screenshots, and I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And
I know if I go to Adam about the ski mask. So although the ski mask thing always intrigued me as well, Adam took the lead on that, like, meaning because I was more looking at the pictures and the connections on this side. Adam was going up and down that whole ski mask because he felt that there was a lot of pertinence to that, and which I always believed. I didn't know where it took me, though. It was a very confusing angle, and it still is. But I think the picture is becoming a little bit clearer, Adam, as you're moving on, because again, there's people that you're talking to, you're getting information again, and so at some point, Adam's information, my information, whoever else out there has information for us, and Deb's information will all compact into the puzzle piece. Simple as that.
Several people that are in the chat that also are, spend hours looking into things.
Absolutely, and you guys know that our email at
all because you care.
Yeah, that's why we're here. There's not. Do you know what I mean? For Abby and Libby. Mm-hmm. So for anyone to even take away from that in any sort of way, again, is ridiculous. To take away from Blaine is ridiculous. To do that type of stuff, we're just here to work together. We are.
I was joking with someone earlier today about how much they were talking about an adult playing video games, and I was like, I don't think I could ever date someone that plays like a 40-year-old that plays video games. I was like, because who comes home and then they just sit on their computer and they play video games all night? I was like, why can't they spend 12 hours a day investigating a double homicide like normal people do? Yeah.
Exactly, like normal people do, right, Adam? Yeah. I love what we're doing. It's trying to help people. But in the Abby and Libby case, it's just justice for the girls. And again, if people want to go, to Mars with their theories, go right ahead. Enjoy that. I just want the truth to come to light. The truth, not all this crappy bullshit that comes with it.
Yeah, well.
You guys, I'm serious though. Go back to tarot cards. Go back to open secrets. Go back to the ski maskins. Go back to whatever side. If you want to start out the Keegan Klein side or whatever, for all those people that, I'm here myself to work as hard as I can for Abby and Libby. That's why I'm fighting here to this day for over 2 years now. Over 2 years. Yeah. Because Abby and Libby needed me. I know it, to be honest with you. We are healers. You are the healers. Free rent, free food. No kids. My boss can't make sure. Okay, guys. You know what? That's enough said for tonight, to be honest with you. Char will... I'll go ahead.
No, you had.
No, I was just gonna say, Shar, I will talk to you. I'll get you to add me to Messenger. Um, yeah, I'll message you in the messenger that you messaged me, and then I'll get you to add me to your regular messenger, and we'll talk from there, make it life easier.
If anyone is going to be in Miami County tomorrow and they have an interest in going to that courthouse in the morning, you don't have to do anything at all except sit there and witness it and try to remember as many things as possible. And then just, send me an email and tell me everything they said. No, I'm kidding. But, I know a couple people that are going, so you won't be alone.
Yeah.
It would be an interesting thing to see with your own eyes. What are you looking at?
I'm just checking one more thing for said person. I think it might have linked it to my wrong or a PayPal that I don't use, but I'm waiting for. I just want to check one more thing. Except for I need the code to come in.
I'm worried about tomorrow. We may learn that we have further. You know what, Rockaways, I guess I've said, I think, I don't know if you've ever watched a pretrial. I doubt we're going to hear hardly anything about Delphi tomorrow. I think, one, because Kagan's not been charged in anything regarding Delphi. And it could be very risky to bring up information about that case when he's not been arrested in it. So I think they will be very intentionally mum and quiet on anything to do with the murders of the girls. Not to mention a pretrial hearing like that is typically very procedural. A lot of paperwork, a lot of just like the mechanics of how things are going to happen. We're usually kind of boring, to be honest. The anticipation is always there because it's usually one of the first times people get to see the defendant, in court after a while. But I wouldn't expect any bombshells. But I hope I'm wrong. But I wouldn't expect anything to come out that's going to shock us all tomorrow. Because if he did, it would be something a defense attorney could tear apart when the Delphi trials actually come about. But, yeah, and Charlotte, if he pleads, then there would be a deal, but I've yet to see evidence of that deal, so we'll see tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, I've looked at all three. I don't see anything, so I gotta figure out what went on there. Because all it did was say, link to your PayPal, and I'm like, yep. And then I even clicked on it to see. So I don't know. I'll have to. I'll talk to you through the messenger and figure it out.
Yeah. Rockway's his current case has been delayed already 3 or 4 times. This pretrial conference was supposed to be in March or April. Or was it? It was supposed to be in the beginning of this year, and so then it was supposed to be in September. So it's already been pushed back 3 or 4 times. The trial date is not supposed to start until January. And so unless there is an arrest in Delphi before then, I would see this trial starting probably January or February. Now, if someone is arrested for Delphi, then that could change it all. But I honestly don't think they even have the forensics back from what they found in the river. But that's just my speculation.
Oh, what does this say? View messages. Well done.
Some of those court filings would have to be made early tomorrow morning, though, to be presented in court by 10. So if you have access to those types of websites, keep an eye on them in the morning.
Yeah.
Kevin and I are going to be outside that courthouse like, we're just getting coffee. Oh, Sonny, you missed my joke.
I heard it. We're just getting coffee.
I did it as a disguise, though.
Mm-hmm. Did you do it as a disguise?
Well, yeah, I put my hood up. Like, remember when they went to the river and they were pretending to get coffee so they could get pictures of the river search?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay.
We're going to be picking up trash outside of the Miami the courthouse tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I didn't hear that last one.
I know you didn't. See, we're already married. You only hear every other word.
Well, that's the right one. Adam, it's saying we're waiting for the receiver to accept your payment. They may be using a different email on PayPal.
I have no idea what you're doing, though.
Yeah. It's saying we're waiting for the receiver. I'm the receiver, obviously. The thing is that I had just made my personal one into a business one for It's a Crime and Shame. See, I have one for Strike a Post. That one's separate.
Right.
And I remember creating another one, and it was pissing me off for It's a Crime and Shame, first of all. And then it kept saying, your bank account or your card has already been used. I'm like, no, it's not. I have a couple of different bank accounts. It's not been used. And
you get a text message saying that you received money?
Well,
click the link.
Well, person is showing me the screenshot, and it's like, yeah, that's the right. It's my original PayPal, but I turned it into a business one, and I'm just like going, wait, where's this accept button? Because it says waiting for the receiver to accept, and I'm like, am I stupid? It's like not right in front of my face. And
you shouldn't have to accept it, should you?
I was just trying.
Sure, 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow.
I'll figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't think you had to accept it. I thought when someone sent you a PayPal, I never accepted it. I thought it just PayPal.
Right. Well, do you remember the one time that I sent, how when I sent Deb her money or whatever, remember? No. And then she said, I remember she said back to me, she's like, Sonny, you have to accept it because I must have sent it different than yours because for whatever reason, it was almost like I was acting like it was an invoice. And so she's like, Sonny, you need to say that you've whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, so I sent it to her. And then she said, well, you have to click something because she's like, I don't got it yet. So I'm wondering if that's the same thing happening there.
Well, when we get off the live, you can show me what your screen looks like, and I'll see if I can help.
Yeah. Okay, guys. You know what? We'll see you on Friday. Thank you guys for stopping by.
Yes. If something comes out in the case tomorrow, we will find time to come. To jump on and do an update.
Oh, where's Public? Just as we're getting off, dude. It's been a long time. I mean, I've seen you around here and there. Rarely, but I've seen you around. How you doing there, dude? Anyways, yeah, so morning all. Good night all. Yeah, we got to get going. My husband asked that. It's 10:44 here.
Thank you very much for joining us. And I know it's not easy sometimes to sit and hear people that are upset, but there's still 131 of you in chat. So thank you for caring about it. Thank you for caring about Blaine, and say a prayer for those kids tonight.
Absolutely. And again, on the bio link, you guys can follow on Twitter, the Facebook page. Just do what you like. Okay. The bio link's there. To do it, and I'll put it into the description of this video if I haven't. And again, so if you want to follow us on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. I got more links that I still need to add. I'll probably add my TikTok as well, even though I don't know what it is. But I'll get there one day. Anyways, so Shar, thanks for the donation. We'll figure that out in a minute. Thank you for the kids donating. That's wonderful of you. And yeah. We will see you on maybe tomorrow. We might go east, west. We don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow, guys.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you
Hold
so
everyone
much.
you love close tonight and give them a kiss and a hug and say a prayer.
Okay, Adam. We'll do that after the show. Night, guys. Take care. Thank you so much. Boom, boom, boom.